I knew it.
Because of course.
It's the new curse.
Apparently so. Alrighty, it's just trying to make sure I actually remember things. Valid. Alrighty, let's see.
For me, it's always where
I
did
can
we
never
start?
remember where we start is the problem. Because it all just kind of blends into one hole in my brain.
Yeah.
It was August 15th. I was getting my tattoo.
Yes. Samter was getting a tattoo over like a good chunk of their face, which just sounds incredibly painful.
Oh yeah.
Like what was I say, like 40%?
That's a good chunk of your face.
It's a lot, you know. It was a great moment. It was very cool,
Especially
very
since,
culturally impactful. He kind of looks like a mummy now, but it's fine.
Especially since like another 30% of your face is beard.
Yeah.
That's conservative.
Yeah.
That's
How
conservative.
much of your face is beard?
Well, let's look at my character art. Almost all of it.
I think it's like 50.
Yeah.
No,
A
it
lot
is
of
either
beard.
it is either beard or tattoo. There is very little exposed skin
Yeah.
left.
So that happened. Then we briefly spent a while, if I recall, debating what the heck we were doing,
Yeah.
and sort of eventually ended up on conclusions.
Okay.
Because we have like the beginnings of like several personal quests, and none of us are quite sure what we want to go for. And so we're like, okay, let's attempt a greater grudge and see how that goes for us. It went interestingly, that's for sure. So we're trying to hunt down the missing sun dragon egg that went missing down in the deep dark. Watch out for wardens. And okay, at least we got that reference good.
Oh yeah.
I figured, but you never know.
Yeah.
We go wandering off and down into the tunnels and get rocks thrown at us by weird, angry, racist fire giants. That was fun. We eventually come to this, decidedly average lake, apparently. So we're gonna.
Y'all are just dramatic, is really what I'm getting at.
It's a big fucking lake.
Correct? We are?
Wait, hold on. We fought racists?
We didn't fight
No, we
him.
got a rock thrown at us, kind of like in our general direction, like as we were passing him, and we're like, let's not fight the fire giant and his many things on the edge of this cliff, because that just sounds like poor life decisions.
Yeah. There were like there
So
was
we
one
minded
fire
our
giant,
business.
like what, a few hellhounds? Was that what they were?
I think.
And then like goblin slaves?
Yeah, that sounds right. Either way, fire giant and friends, and we're like,
yeah,
maybe not.
How about no?
Not worth one of us potentially getting A, either fire gianted, or B, thrown into the endless ravine next to us.
Yeah.
And he was like grumpy, but he wasn't like actively hostile. Just kind of a bitch. I'll go with that. We find our way to the underground lakeshore, where supposedly this dragon egg went missing after its carriers, who for some reason decided that going underground with this egg was a great idea. Don't do that, baby.
Why did they go
Poor life
underground with
choices.
the egg?
They were investigating the no developmental Earth. I don't know why they took the dragon egg
Yeah,
with
but
them,
why would you bring the egg?
I'm sure it sounded like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, it sounds like something
like
we'd
so
do.
many choices do.
It sounds like something we'd do.
It really does.
I'm just saying,
we probably shouldn't
would Karis have ever left Zephyrus in the egg at home?
I mean, no. But Karis also wouldn't have gotten taken down by a bunch of ropers.
Not always a choice.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's a little bit less dangerous to walk around with your dragon egg when you're a god.
And I'm sure she probably had a feeling of indestructibility. Invulnerability.
Yeah, but Karis can teleport.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it was foolish, but it's not unreasonable.
We know.
We know, it's something we do.
It's not like we've never done a really stupid thing.
Never.
So yeah, we start investigating that. We think we found the point where it happened. And this was like months ago, so finding trails is challenging. We wander off down one pathway, we find the node of elemental earth that they were looking at, which is this big deposit of adamantine, and like all the dwarves just get dollar signs in their
Well,
eyes.
is that the node, or is that just the place where the
Yeah.
cult Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not even sure that's the stupidest thing we've ever done. I don't know what it would be, but
I mean, in recent memory, that's the stupidest thing we've ever done.
recently, sure, yeah. We're like, yeah, okay, the cult is in there, we don't want to deal with them right now. And internally we all go, we're definitely gonna have to deal with this, aren't we? But we're like, let's
Yeah.
pretend we don't.
Let's ignore this problem for now and hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later.
I think you could have stopped that sentence after making a deal with the Nathrazim in
Yeah.
most cases, but
And we
the
have to
Magic
make a
Chernobyl one
difference
was really
between
bad.
we have to make a difference between the stupid stuff Zane has done and the stupid stuff the party has done.
No. We
Zane is part of the
fucking let
party,
him.
or at least somewhat.
we fucking
like
let
that.
him. We fucking let him do it. We let him walk into it and do it.
Yeah,
So
because
we-
the
did
rest
warn
of
him,
us
to
as
be fair, but we
characters,
still did not stop him.
the rest of us as
3
characters
times.
had no idea what an atrazine was.
They can deal with Nathrazine. I
We
don't
knew
know, 3
about
times.
yes deals.
Josh,
You might
I
paid
played.
off.
At least the deal
Josh,
I made
I
was
played
with
as
a
Ulrich.
respectable-ish dragon.
Josh, I
We'll
played as
see.
Ulrich. Most of my ideas were bad.
I mean, to be fair, most of the bad ideas we made in that campaign at least paid off.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to do Plan Tin Can.
And Tin Can.
We
I
thought
still
better
need.
of
I
that.
still want that to happen.
No.
Oh no.
Anyway. We go back. There are like 3 directions we could go off in, I think. And so we had one water breathing potion left from an earlier escapade down into clearing out the Grudge of the Depths Smithy, which there was just a body of a deep dragon just blocking all the water. So that was unfortunate.
We all got, except for Cathra, we all got flushed and like
Yeah, I was violent.
thrown down into the caves.
Yeah. And so we're like, okay, you know, we don't want to. We don't want to, but we have to check if the egg just rolled into the water. Because that would definitely be a terrible thing that would happen to us.
Yes.
We're like, okay, who's relatively stealthy?
Everyone
turns
looks
and
to
looks
Torek.
So Torek with a water breathing potion and a dream swims down, investigates all that, finds a creepy cave full of bones and glowing gems and maybe mushrooms, I don't remember.
Just the
And
glowing
you know, it's
gems.
empty, and then things are going sorta good. We found one of the packs we were looking for, which was nice. And then Torek's leaving, and something else is coming back.
is big
And so
fucking
yeah, there's
crab.
a giant crab monster in there, and we're like,
about
bad
twice
vibes,
the size
don't
of
like
a
that.
dragon turtle.
Yeah, not a fan. Torek does manage to get out safely, thankfully.
Alive.
It doesn't know we're here, alive and
Oh, is it?
not crab dinner. That horrifying thing.
That horrifying thing.
I fucking might know what it is. Let me see.
Yeah, you have the new
That
book.
is that
Yep.
is the dragon turtle killer.
I don't
Yep.
like it.
I fucking know what that is.
It's creepy,
You
and
gotta
I don't
look.
want to fight it.
Nope.
Fucking love them.
I had a very awkward interaction with a goblin in the middle of the night during watch, which we didn't realize that we
Thanks.
spoke any common languages at the time.
She was
So we just
wearing a
kinda stared
mushroom
awkwardly
hat.
at each other. And
Like,
she's like, like, mind me, I'm cutting the mushrooms, and I'm just like, cool, have fun with that.
at
If you don't bother us, we won't bother you.
At first, I thought she was a myconid.
Yeah, I was thinking
God.
mushroom person from the first descriptions too, and then like, wait, no, green hands like peeking out. Okay. Like we got there, but I'm like, I don't
just thought
speak
she was a weird
goblin.
mushroom.
Like I did initially, and then I caught on. And so yeah, so she's cool, and we'll actually see her later, but we'll get there. We go wandering off in one of the other directions. I don't remember which directions any of these things were in. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
It's on
And
the
so we
map.
find where one of the people who got ropered was buried. Turns out by this goblin. We like the goblin. Her name is Fix. She's cool.
She's fun and adorable.
She is.
Look at her.
Yes. Very precious. We unfortunately dig up that body. Yeah. We needed his journal, okay?
We reburied the
We
body.
did as respectfully as we, a bunch of dwarves, know how to rebury an elf, but we're trying.
We made an effort.
We're doing our best, okay? And we keep going up that way, and we find, I don't know, fixes, like, just, like, live here full-time, so, I don't know, outpost, I guess? Where she comes to harvest all of the mushrooms, we chat with her, we eventually find some common languages. I forget which ones they were.
Partial
Goblin.
Draconic, Goblin, and
Yeah.
Gnomish.
Gnomish, that was the other weird one.
No, not Gnomish. That's Brightwing.
Was
Oh. You sure?
Either way,
I thought it was Gnomish.
some
No.
of us had a chat with Vix.
Yeah.
And she tells us, like, oh yeah, the shiny orb, aka the Sun Dragon Egg. Yeah, the cult took that, and we all went, god damn it.
Yep.
How could we have seen this very obvious narrative trail?
We chose to ignore it.
We did see it. We were just hoping we were wrong. So we're like, okay, fine, we'll go talk to the cult. This is not gonna end well, because, you know, talking with cults just generally doesn't.
And the last time they interacted with dwarves ended in a screaming match.
Yeah, so we're not off to the best start in that regard. And so we go wandering back over to there, and we chat with, I don't know, their receptionist for a bit, and we tell them why we're there, and they're like, okay, wait here, and then disappear for like an hour. Well, apparently the head guy was back there going, lights, camera, action, everyone!
Set up, everyone, set up!
Yes! Positions! He eventually comes out and takes us on this very winding, circuitous, lengthy tour of his underground fortress and all of its many defenders, including, you know, his weird rock dragon and his 3 bullets, and we're like, okay.
Hmm.
We get the power play you're pulling here, we understand, we get the point. He just earth glides, because, I don't know, he's an Obi-Wan fanboy, and...
He's very much not.
I know. But it's funnier that way, so we're going with that narrative.
Fair.
We have a lengthy discussion, and he's slowly trying to turn the Sun Dragon Egg into whatever the really cool dragon thing that he has is, and we're like, damn, that's really cool, but also no.
But also stop it.
Please no, that's kinda, we need that. So yeah, they're the ones that sent the ropers, and we need to kill them at some point, so that's gonna be some awkward negotiation at some point.
Hey,
But
can we have
we
your
can't- we
ropers
can't.
so that we can kill them?
we need them for reasons, don't question us.
It's dwarf shit.
So yeah, he wants like either some weird artifact pickaxe that one of the other, I think Josh called him our Grand King, took from him.
I couldn't think of another word.
Yeah.
I get it. What else would you call that? Or a whole bunch of raw materials, either slightly less if it includes some silver, and all of us went, eh. Or a whole bunch without the silver, like I think it was like 10k versus like 15k.
Looks at our money
which is money we
stash.
currently don't have. We have like a year to get this done before the dragon egg gets all stonified. So I think we basically left off there with all this going, what do we do now?
We go get the thingy.
Somehow.
What do we do now,
Try.
indeed?
So yeah. A lot of stuff.
A
A
lot,
lot of weird stuff. Well, summary over, we're done.
Well done.
Thank you.
Are we just heading back to the Carrick?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Again?
Alright.
Sounds like our best option.
Everybody roll me a d10.
Nice.
Cool. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Then I roll this one. GM. Button. As you guys are traveling along the edge of the lake, on the beach, something has made its home on the edge of the shore. Something that was not there the previous day. as a series of huge, bulbous, and slightly floating, only attached to the sand through small, spindly mycelia, bubbles of fungus are floating in your way.
That's interesting.
I just like that. Do you think that's the crab? What have you even left the cistern yet?
You're walking along it. You're like,
Why
Right
are we looking
there.
along the cistern?
because you have to.
There's no other
What else do you
option.
want us to do?
Not do that, obviously.
Ow!
Oh yes,
Should
we'll
I
just
burn
meld
it?
into the wall.
No,
Yeah.
no. Please don't be the crab. Please don't be the crab. Please don't be the crab.
It sounds like mushrooms. That's not a crab.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fungal, not crustacean.
Please don't be a dragon. Please don't be a dragon.
Yeah, there's
Um,
that.
Do dragons do fungal things?
Doesn't the deep
You
dragon have a
saw
bunch
the
of weird
deep
fungus
dragon?
on it?
I mean, we saw it, but we're not sure what alive deep dragons do.
Josh, would dwarves know what alive deep dragons do?
If you were a miner or an underway ranger.
Which I don't think any of us are.
I'm asking you, would you have any reason to?
I wouldn't.
Nope.
Don't think so.
We're all a group of very above ground dwarves.
Well, I spent a
Just
lot of time
just not
underground.
deep dark.
You're
No.
shallow dwarves.
Is
Well,
it like
well-
directly in our way?
Yeah, they've basically formed a line between the water and the edge of the cavern.
Ugh.
I'll just
You said they.
Fireball
What is
it?
they?
The floating
Mushroom thingies.
bubble.
should I fireball it, y'all?
Let's try not to.
Let's not set it on fire first. After all, we are in a cave, and well, also if it explodes, I don't want any spores on me.
That's why I stand away and I do the magic I can do 150 feet away on the thing.
All right.
I mean, all right, you do you.
We can try it. Sure.
All right.
When all else
Oh,
fails,
I will-
fireball.
I'll cast fireball on it, Josh.
As the fireball lands on this small section, because you got to keep in mind the beach is, I think, about like 200 feet.
Something like
400
that.
Between 200 and 400 feet, depending on where you're at. The area that you place your fireball instantly vaporizes pretty much all of the fungus. And then the ones around it begin to catch fire as the little tongues of flame begin to lick at the boluses. I can't think of another word. They explode violently, releasing a small cloud of spores. Well, I
Oh,
say
dear.
small. Radius 20 feet. All along the entire passage. It takes you guys about half an hour of waiting
Oh
before
god,
the spores look like they've really cleared up.
that's a
Alright.
lot of spores. All
We
right,
continue
Some-
on.
Yep.
we continue.
But he roll me another d10.
Just gonna like.
666.
It's...
Oh,
Oh no. What are we summoning? We gave
Orcus.
away the scroll, please no.
oh god.
Last time, everybody roll me a d12.
D12. Bye.
Mine. Who is vandalizing my map?
I am drawing where the underways are. A map within a map.
I mean, I should just make an underways map.
Happy John.
You guys arrived back at the Carrick without any major issues other than those gas spores.
Good.
Okay, so what? So
They
we
said
have two
something
ways to go
about
about
a
it.
relic.
Yeah, an Iron Fang.
Right.
Fuck. Let me double check the name of that.
Yes.
Iron Fang, yes. So it belonged to his. So actually, I know a little bit about the history of this. It
Oh.
was told to me by my mentor. Um, it was stolen by the king before Gorn 11, and yeah, it was stolen by him. I don't know for what circumstances or anything like that. And from Marlo, so the cult's former leader, the two former leaders of both us and them were involved. Ours stole it from their former leader.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Eh,
And I know that it's currently being held in the vault of the Gunnison clan.
So we need to convince them to give it to us. Great.
Well, I would like some more. Well, here's the thing: the priestess, Josh, would it be high priestess, or just priestess?
The Earth Mother.
The Earth Mother of the Earth Mother of Therazane for the dwarves was also part of the Gunnison clan.
Oh. So we
So
have a way
we
in?
may have. Well, I don't know about a way in. We can ask for more details about what happened. Maybe there was a good reason for it to be stolen.
Alright.
know
Well,
what
then
this
we need to
thing
find the Earth Mother.
does. So.
And funny enough, I think was, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. The Earth Mother was the one who actually made the deal with the current leader of the cult about the current boundaries of where the cult can operate and where we won't mine.
Oh,
Oh.
so that's
Yeah.
why that's why no one's taken that adamantine.
Yes, we're dwarves. We would have taken it a long time
Oh,
ago.
It's
yeah.
like, oh, shiny.
Shiny.
If it's that, that obvious.
So,
So
sounds
I
like we need
say
to
we
find
all
the
get
Earth
some
Mother.
rest. We reconvene and go to the Earth Mother,
Alright.
or try to get an audience with the Earth Mother.
Alright.
All right. You guys get your long rest.
Nap
Yes.
time.
I gotta ask, is my wife home, Josh?
No, she left on a journey. If you don't remember,
I don't.
she left on. She left. She and her friends also decided to go try and tackle a greater grudge.
Mm.
Oh.
So it's a girls'
Oh,
night
hi, Evan.
out.
I forget that you're in streamer mode, so you don't get all the
Yeah.
notifications of people joining. All right, so let's see.
Blessing.
The
Back on my back.
the kind of temple or place of worship that the worshippers of Therazane among the dwarves have is in the foundations of stone. And effectively, what you do is you take a grappling hook or climbing gear and you descend a several. I'm not going to say several thousand feet, but probably about 1,200 feet chasm.
Someone call OSHA.
It's inordinately dangerous, but also they supply and they train stone singers who are great at divining the locations of metals and helping miners recover. So they serve a very strange but far removed part of dwarven culture. And
Would them and Clan Helheim work together then? At least for some things?
very often they come from Clan Helheim.
Oh. A clan!
It's
So it takes you a while to get down into there. I'm not gonna have you guys actually roll for anything because at this point, the
it's
dwarves of the Carrick have set up giant pulleys to operate as elevators. In times past, it was a huge endeavor to go meet with the clan of the cult of Therazane, but it's become much more accessible to the everyday dwarf. The cult itself resides mostly in the dark. I assume all of you have dark vision.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope. Oh wait, yeah, I do.
Okay,
my
I was
God.
about to say it's always Evan. I'm pretty sure Michael does too. The general idea of this cult is that you fully immerse yourself in the natural stone. They're not against the idea of cut stone, but in this specific place that they have sanctioned off, it is taboo to cut the stone, except to form steps.
Hmm.
And you are greeted at the base of the chasm by a few acolytes who offer you help getting out of the harnesses and the pulleys and all the other things. And then the very young dwarves just kind of ask you all what is the occasion of the visit?
We are here to hopefully seek an audience with the Earth Mother regarding one of the cults over in the Underways. Was it the cult of the Black Earth?
On the cistern?
Yes,
I keep using that word. It's not a cistern.
No.
the aquifer.
It's an aquifer.
Yes, one of the greater grudges that we're tackling requires some well, actually it involves them getting an item back from them, and we need some
And
advice.
what kind of an item is it?
A sun dragon egg.
He winces at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You may have to wait some time. Are you okay with staying the evening?
Sure.
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm fine with it. Is everybody else
That's
good?
alright.
Unscheduled meetings with Mother
Yes.
Fliga are not common.
Of course. I don't think
Oh,
anyone
yes, I-
else has anything to do.
Plus, we wouldn't know how to schedule a meeting with the Earth Mother anyway.
Well, you would just come to us and say, "Can we meet at this day?" And
Ah,
we would write it
Ah.
down and clear her schedule for that day.
no, if rather we do that, we can totally.
It's not a preference. It's just I can't tell you necessarily if it's going to be 1 or 2 days, but we can try and shuffle some things around. It shouldn't be too hard within that time frame. If it was urgent, that'd be very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
And if you wish to ascend, that's also fine.
Okay.
Are you going to stay with them or are you going to ascend the 20 or 30-minute pole?
I want to stay down there because I want to learn a little bit. Or at least not a little bit, but like just observe the differences, I guess, and just
Torek will also stay down.
I'll stay down.
They're an eccentric group. Sorry, Michael.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'll stay down as well.
They're an eccentric group. It kind of operates more like a school than anything else,
Hmm.
but not a very organized one. It's kind of like if you had one teacher who has probably somewhere between 5 and 15 students, depending on the experience of the students. And they just kind of go to an area, whether that's a smaller cave, whether that's just a larger open flat area, and they just start doing lessons. So it gets a little loud at times with the echoing, and depending on where you are, whether or not the sounds get absorbed or not. And a lot of it is just an understanding of how it's geology. It is really just geology. Except it involves a lot more tactile experience. So, and I don't know if that's the right word. So like feeling stones, kind of seeing them. They don't
Tactile
use
would be the
light.
right word.
They don't use lights, and it is not too uncommon for you guys to see dwarves licking stones.
I mean, yeah.
you know,
And
I remember that. I remember that training. It sucked. Well, some of them tasted pretty good.
As someone with
Don't ask.
geologist parents, we do absolutely lick rocks.
Don't say.
It's not the only education, but this is a part of your education. This is like, you know, this is like 5 years of your 30s as a dwarf.
Well,
Um,
apparently I'm still going to school then.
Yes, you're 14. You're the
You are a
effective age of 14.
Yeah,
I
y'all.
want to know how you conned all of us into taking with us into deadly situations.
You are you are effectively with this party a lot of the time playing hooky.
Did you lie to us about your age?
No, my mom said I needed to go outside more.
So you joined
Emil
the
also
Touch
army.
grass.
Emil lied on his enlistment forms.
I didn't know where to go. Somehow I enlisted in.
Song
Good.
is a very prevalent thing down in this cult. It's used as an educational tool like it is amongst most other dwarves, but there are no instruments. It is purely singing.
Nice.
Whereas-
It takes
God,
great
the
interest in
acoustics would be
this.
cool.
And that is different from the dwarves a bit because there's very often percussion involved.
Mhm.
More often than not, anvils, just straight up anvils, and which is actually really fun to hear. I've heard some groups do that before. And when they decide it's nighttime, which does seem to be kind of arbitrary because it did not line up with what it actually is,
The spices of this food will fuck up your stomach.
they all just pick a spot on the ground and forming large circles of students and teachers, they all just lie down and go to sleep. They operate actually in different intervals of time than what normal dwarves would, so it's 48 hours a day rather than the normal 24. It seems the circadian rhythms have dictated us so, as the absolute lack of any sun to dictate your what is it? Is it melanin?
Melatonin.
Yep.
Melatonin cycles.
Melanin is skin pigment.
You know,
They're very similar sounding.
Yes.
I'm just bad at
And-
naming things, we know this.
The
And Melina is from Elden Ring.
And Melania is also from Elden Ring.
Which one is Melina?
Or
The
just
one none of
me
you ever
and say
remember.
whatever her name is.
The food is very interesting. It's something some of you have experienced before that they offer you. It's. Do you remember when I had mentioned blue stock?
I think so.
It's blue stock bread with fire licking jam.
Ooh.
So it's effectively toast with green chili or green and red chili just slathered on top of it.
So the
Which
Mexican food.
for dwarves, you know, it's nice. It's very nice to have something that spices up the blue stock bread because that's probably the blandest thing you'll ever eat other than hardtack.
Cynthia's just, oh, it's been such a long time. The path.
When you are finally given the opportunity, which he was a little too liberal with his the acolyte was a little too liberal. It took 2 days for them to actually go to
goodness.
2 days for Fleega to clear enough time to see you guys. She basically just meets you in a small, sort of roundish outcropping of stone inside of the middle of the cavern that has a vantage point to see the different favored areas for teaching. Climbing up the steps is an ordeal. It's those kind of steps where for humans it's like waist high level steps.
Oh goodness.
Because they are absolutely doing as little change to the stone as possible.
David picks up his belly, puts it on the next step, rolls up it.
Leverage.
Look, hey, it works, okay?
I mean, whatever works for you, sure.
Liga is a living ancestor who has pure white hair and a relatively frail looking body. She's also missing her left eye, replacing it with a stone carved eye. She does carry a large walking stick that is engraved with runes. And her skin is very dry and wrinkled.
So
As
she's a
character,
ancestor,
girl needs
Josh?
some moisturizer.
She is a living ancestor.
Watch it, I'll make the
Samter,
joke again.
upon seeing her, I don't. Is there like a custom to greeting a living ancestor, Josh?
Not specifically, other than just a normal dwarven hand grab.
Uh,
Hmm.
I guess I'll go for a normal dwarven hand grab with as much respect as I can.
She stands herself up from a crisscross applesauce sitting position to hold each of your hands and to introduce herself, gathering each of your names individually. How do you each introduce yourself?
My name is. After doing that, do a slight bow. Samter Hornbelly from Clan Helheim.
And you train? Did you train with the stone with this cult?
With the Foundations of Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think early on, probably when I was learning to divine. With the clan from
She says
my
it's
clan.
great to see you again, Samter.
It's always great to see you as well.
Goodness, you have gotten fat in the years.
Well,
You need to stop drinking as much.
but my wife, she's competitive, and I'm
You know
competitive.
that those are excuses, Samter.
I don't want to work out.
A healthy body is a healthy mind.
I don't know if Salsa will like it though.
It's okay if you're not as soft. It's fine. She will love you regardless.
Okay. It sits down. It's just.
How does everyone else introduce themselves?
I go up to her and I do the custom dwarven handshake, but because she's older and Mimir does this with his grandparents, he cups like their hand, kind of showing like more like I got you, and he just states his parents' name, and he states that I am the son of Delgrim Runeforge and Ednus Runeforge, and it's good to meet you, ma'am.
I know your families, but I do not know your parents' names. It is lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too, ma'am. Then I let my compatriots introduce themselves.
Just give her the standard handshake and just, I'm Torrik Goldheart.
Shy one.
Eh.
She doesn't press it any further.
I give her the same traditional handshake and just, I'm Cathra Ironfrost of Clan Scorin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Weren't you in the running for... You were a deep keeper, or at least a candidate, were you not?
Yes, but I had pressing family matters I had to step away.
Well, then I will not push that no further. Emil, how do you introduce yourself?
Yeah, you know how Russell introduces himself in the movie Up?
Oh my
Just
god.
without a piece of
From
the
Up.
movie Up.
Up. Yes. Oh no. It's like rehearsed.
I quickly look up, trying to figure out what time of day it is, even though we're fucking underground. And it always goes to, "Good morning,
He's
Mrs."
our truant child, Emil.
Truant.
And then, what was her name again?
Liga.
Liga or Fliga? With like a F. Okay. Good afternoon, Fliga Gunnison, Earthma. My name is Emil Ebonyheart. I come from the clan from Skull Run Guild. Or, wait.
She is
Right,
patient throughout all of this and has a big grin on her face.
I point to Cathra. I'm in her guild.
Man, you
Catherine immediately looks at you like, "Don't put this on me."
I don't know if I
Like, she
actually went
doesn't
over
say
this.
anything, but it's just like betrayal.
The introductions are all while your hands are holding the other person's forearm, so he's been doing this while holding her hand.
Santa gives like a thumbs up, like, you did a good job, buddy. Good job, Emil.
And then she just motions for all of you to just sit on the stone as she takes a grunting little tumble down, basically. She'd rather than like fully sitting, you tell her knees and her joints do not always work, so she just plops onto the ground.
I mean,
Oh.
Santa would have been like, do you want some help? Getting
Nope.
down. Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
The bones are made of iron. The joints are made of spaghetti.
Ain't that true enough?
It's just a hearty chuckle from Santa.
Now, pleasantries past. My acolytes tell me that you have issue with the clan of the Black Earth, or not the clan, cult, whatever.
Yeah. It's
And they have a dragon egg.
so one of the greater grudges that we decided to take on was the retrieval of a sun dragon egg. That was lost during a little scuffle. And we learned that the cult of the I need to look. Ethan needs to look it up every single time. Cult of the Black Earth has it, and we met with them. It was quite pleasant-ish, as much as we could. And
Better
so we,
so than the last meeting.
yes, thankfully, and we managed to work out two different agreements, or two different cases. The first one is we pay them, or not pay them, but we give them was a 15,000 gold pieces of raw ore,
Mhm.
or 10,000 of it and 2,000 being silver.
Ah,
Yeah.
Or the second option is the retrieval of Iron Fang.
ooh. I know that name. I know that name from a very long time ago.
It was
And
yeah.
y- what would you like to speak with me about?
Thanks, Michael. And we also know I don't know if you keep in touch with Clan Gunnison, but last time I heard it was in their vault, and I would like to know if why it was taken in the first place, and if it's a
And what
Gets cursed
necessarily
or-
it does.
evil item, to see if whether we can try to get that back to him, or we should just try and find a different way.
Well, all things as such are relative. It is cursed, not so much in the fact that it will steal your soul. It makes you a little more destructive. But not like, or at least for those among our clan who used it. It was more like, oh, I would, rather break this vase rather than admire its beauty.
Huh.
Though if it were held by somebody who's a little less stable than us,
Huh.
they weren't born out of stone, it might escalate you from, hey, I'm leading a cult underground, to, hey, let's kidnap some people into the cult.
Mm.
But I can't say for certain Marlos was not all that unstable. He has his rough edges, but he likes to keep them that way.
He certainly seemed put together enough.
He's got a very convincing facade. He's a very sad boy underneath that very thick
Uh-oh.
layer of dirt.
No. Not so sad for him.
Is he just
I
lonely or
mean,
something?
He's angry. This is a very long story, but effectively, some 300 years ago or so, when the Vale was still a little bit younger and we were still dealing with the formation of the new Carricks after the Great Rumbling.
Bless you.
No, I was just
Oh,
laughing
geez.
at Emil's comment.
Shade. Effectively, a group of some big hotshot got in his head that he was going to return the Earth to its original form. He formed some cults of each of the elemental evils, or rather, he thought he was forming cults of the elemental aspects, the gods, but he was being fooled by some of the elemental evils, that being Ogremok, Imix. Player Josh can't remember, or DM Josh can't remember.
Would we know him as the Heralds?
Yeah,
Okay.
the evil herald.
Okay.
But now I want to
It's
look it up.
distractions.
Ben Hadar and
Destruction.
Kian Sibin. And each of that, the prophet made these elemental weapons that were capable of removing these orbs of devastation from elemental nodes, and their whole plan was to start in the Vale, and using these orbs and these weapons, they were just going to bring ruin to the civilized peoples, and
Oh.
me and oh, the king, and still getting some of my dwarf names down.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, she was a young mentor. She was a mentoree of mine, Ryukaigen, and Acrylic. She says, talking about these two individuals. We formed up a party. We went and we roughed them up a good bit. She says, kind of motioning with her fists.
It's some really cool art.
That is
I
some
love
cool art.
Gunnarsson's art.
And we took the elemental weapons. We hid them away. We actually used the Iron Fang, and I don't remember its name because we didn't get to keep this one. But the one of fire, I think it was Flintspark or something. I don't know. And we used that to create the old Anvil of Doom that High King Gorn, rest in peace, was so foolish enough to break.
Wow. All right then.
What were we
So
talking about again?
We were talking. I was
Kinda
just
good.
asking for information about the Iron Fang.
Yeah, so we killed
Yes.
his mentor, and his mentor was also his father, so
that's interesting.
And so, yeah, Marlos is very upset that we killed his dad, but his dad was also trying to bring about apocalypse, so,
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
you know, they called themselves, fancy, it sounds like a band name, the Princes of the Apocalypse. It was
That
silly.
does sound like a bad name.
Might steal that.
Future
Just
campaign, Josh.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Add to the list.
I mean, it's not high on the list. Any other questions?
Do you think it's
Do you think it would be wise to return Iron Fang to him, to Marlos?
Yes. This, from what you describe, it amplifies destructive behaviors.
I think one, Rukagan would be very sad to lose it. It's kind of a reminder of adventures with Ulfliga.
Hmm.
But would it be bad to give it to him? As long as that's a hard one. I don't think he would do anything drastic. He's very sad, but he's also very cautious. So I don't think he would be too unstable that he would be terribly influenced by it. It would make travel around the aquifer a little bit more dangerous, perhaps.
Hmm.
But I also think it wouldn't
Wouldn't
be.
necessarily be a bad thing.
It would. I think it would tend towards the neutral.
All right.
Because it would also smooth out some relationships with the Cult of Black Earth.
Yeah.
And seeing as we're the only major character that really goes underground, those people at Red Rock still barely digging out their roots, I don't see it as much of an issue. And, whatever, screw the Hobgoblins.
Yeah, screw the Hobgoblins. But all right,
I think that's all the questions we have, unless someone is going to speak up.
no,
No.
thank you
That's all
so
I can think
much.
of.
Thank you so much for your time.
And
Thank you
thank
so
you for
much.
waiting. I'm sorry it took so long.
It's all good.
No trouble.
It's Fleega, right, Josh?
Yep.
Earth Mother Fleega.
It's from the Fleega. It just sounds so weird to me.
You struggle with a lot of names in this campaign.
Really? What makes you say that?
Yes.
It's almost like
Whose
there's a lot of
fault is
names.
that?
Mine.
Thank you so much, Earth Mother Fleagle. I think that's all we're gonna have. Now we just got to go to Clan Gunnison and
Convince them.
talk to them.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
They have a lot of treasure. I'm sure they won't be unwilling to part with just one random iron pick.
What you say? It doesn't sound random.
It'll be
Sweetie.
fine.
Sweetie,
Yeah. Yeah.
I have been alive for 898 years.
Oh, goodness.
That is one of many dozens of adventures I have gone on. There's a lot in that vault.
Okay. Do you think that they'll either ask a price or send us on a quest
They will
for it?
absolutely ask you for a price or
Oh,
send
and
you
we
on
won't be able to pay it.
But why would it be free?
Well, I'm not asking if it was free. I just rolling my eyes because we need to get more money.
Well, they might ask you to do something for them then. That depends on
Might be better,
How?
honestly.
how grumpy Rukaiga is right now. Because when she's grumpy, she wants to kill things.
Oh,
Okay.
noted.
Thank you. Is there anything else we should know about your form? Was it form? Your about Rukaga? Rukat?
Rakan.
Ru, Kai,
Kai?
Gen.
Gen?
Rukagan. Yeah.
Rukaigan.
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 Well, she has a sweet spot for acrylic, but that's not allowed as they're both leaders of minor clans.
Oh, has like
Um,
acrylic nails or like acrylic just
Acrylic, but with a G at the
Acrylic's
end instead of a C.
She's into
Gorun,
fashion.
the leader of the Skorun clan.
Oh, acrylic paint.
okay.
She likes good stories of killing things.
Well, I suppose we've got some of those.
I got a few of those.
He is also, if you're ever looking to build up a group to. She has helped a lot of deep keepers achieve their status as deep keeper. She's the one who helped Tharden originally kill his bloodthirster.
Oh.
Damn.
That's good. Because I don't know when I'm gonna see you again. I'm gonna try and become a deep keeper, Earth Mother.
Oh.
Sweetie, that is such a lofty and achievable goal for you.
Thanks.
I say that with no sarcasm in my voice whatsoever.
Thank you.
And I look forward to you hopefully knocking Tharden off of his chair a little bit.
Well,
Hands a little too high into his tanker.
we'll see. We're kind of well. I don't know how you'll view me.
You got this.
But considering you were friends with that Godslayer, right?
Yeah, he was kind of like my mentor.
Yeah, he's not going to like you because your mentor was his former rival.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grandma
Or was that
says
not
it.
public knowledge? I'm sorry.
It was gonna be eventually, I guess. At some point, probably. I turned the grip. Yeah, I was when I was a Slayer, I was mentored by Vander Bronzebeard, the God Slayer, also former High Deep Keeper,
Oh.
the rival of the current High Deep Keeper.
All right.
Yeah, I can
It
see
was
why
all
Tharden's
very
not gonna like you.
It's okay,
Yeah.
doesn't like to be on there.
High
Wait,
five!
High
Yeah, you
five.
said that
Pain high five.
Yay!
Well, bunch of youngins bringing in some changes to the power structure. There's all the more to it.
Thanks, Earth Mother. We should, in the future, we should get some tea sometime. Just sit and
That would be
chat.
delightful.
Yeah, it would be good. There's a saying among our group. Can't go mining if you don't break earth. So, yeah,
It's a good
have
saying.
fun with that. Watch out for rock slides. Don't talk with devils, and have a good day.
You too.
Will do.
Good to meet
As
you.
you guys are kind of going down the stairs, you can see that she just kind of like lies down on the stone,
Nap time.
like not like nap, but just like fully spread out, like just feeling
Floor
the
time.
rocks.
I'm
That's
well
okay.
acquainted with floor time.
What's our next step?
Well, it sounds like we're going to the Gunnisons.
Well, when's
Well,
well, first off, Ethan, how long has it been from
What?
when I was last here? Has it been a month?
It's
You guys have 1 month of time before you need to do more payments and tutoring.
mhm.
Okay.
So okay. So should we schedule a meeting? I think we should schedule a meeting with
Yeah.
fuck
Rukagan.
Rukagan.
because I want to say Rukegan because the IA.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Rukagan, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Rukagan.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
and yeah, and I
How do
kind
we
of want.
schedule a meeting?
Go over
does
there and
anybody
say we
have-
want to schedule a meeting?
Oh, that was more of asking Josh.
Would
What is the proper channels for scheduling a meeting with a minor guild leader,
guild
A
or
minor clan leader?
clan leader?
It would involve basically sending her a letter.
Ugh.
You just take a lead tablet, say we would like to meet with you to discuss. Here are the dates available. Please correspond with us.
How reliable is the Dwarven Postal Service?
And within the clan hold, absolutely 100%.
Good.
Outside,
Yeah.
At least
So,
it's
yeah.
not USPS.
EPS? Yeah.
Since we're here and await a response, I would like to go and now have to reread Ethan about how to go about asking DPS. Yeah, do that Dwarven Postal Service. Let's go. 72 damage in a turn. Yeah.
Group being a blacksmith, I'll be a mailman.
It's
Hey,
I
And new
mean-
meaning to the phrase DPS go burger.
I mean, the fucking with how we fucking send mail, which is lead tablets. The fucking postman must be built as shit.
oh yeah, they're
oh
slow.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It made me slowly dying.
Oh yeah,
Oh, dwarves resistance to poison.
It's not
damn
immunity.
right.
Sure.
Resistance.
Well, you know.
If you're gonna live for hundreds of years, that might catch up to you at some point.
Well, but also
There's
magic.
always a long rest.
Yeah, magic.
Have we figured
Just
out
go
that
to
lead
the-
is toxic yet? Because that took a while for most people.
Yes, I think the
if
basic
anyone
dwarf
would,
is
the
like.
dwarves would.
I think the basic gist is they went. Okay, we get it's kind of toxic, but like just go talk with the deep keepers, you'll be fine. It's just too convenient otherwise.
It's-
Yeah, yeah, makes
Look,
sense.
we could innovate, we could make paper, but that requires agriculture.
Dwarves
Yeah,
don't
What
go
are
above
we, elves?
ground.
So okay.
What
so
are
Alfred,
we, El? Precisely.
I need to schedule a meeting with the High Deep Keeper. Great. That's gonna be a fun conversation.
and also to schedule
Array
it.
of housekeeping.
Yeah, I'm doing housekeeping
Schedule a
right
meeting
now
with
for
the
me.
Gunnison. Yeah, with the
Okay.
Gunnisons.
For Gunnison, I gotta do it for after we get the.
I'm also wondering if I could use. If I could ask Brightwing for some of his scales, or his sheds. I want to see if I can make some invisibility potions out of those.
Oh.
That would be interesting.
Well, we haven't done the child support for this month, Josh. September.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For September. Okay.
Yeah, I made sure we're ahead
Skip
we're
over
ahead
them.
before schedule.
Oh, okay. All right. Do we just want to send a letter to schedule a meeting in Glen Gunnison?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have some songs about slaying things. We could talk about how we slay. I have a lot on my plate. I wish Shaza was here.
I can
It's
pull
okay, just breathe.
I can pull some records and some stories from my family.
Okay.
All I really
Why
have
am I the
What
is...
do we want
charismatic
to
one?
say that we want to meet with her about? Do we want to say that at all, or I feel
we
like we
put
need
it-
to.
yeah.
Yeah, about
It's a powerful
Either-
magic item.
so. How do we phrase it? Acquisition would be a bad term.
Acquisition would be a bad term.
Yep.
We could probably phrase it as like
Exchange?
Getting
No,
her help
well,
with one of the greater grudges.
yeah, I would say if it involves the greater grudges, it might be looked upon a little bit more favorably.
Yeah, we need to mention that
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, we can't just send a letter saying we want your pick. Please meet with us.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. We can also add the.
Well, we could.
Well,
We'd be done.
we can't add it yet, but if I get the High Keeper's blessing to join us on the trial to kill Bloodthirster, that's also no possibility. Too,
It's gonna
but
be fun.
yeah, I'm only slightly scared.
Aren't
You
those
should
like
be more
very
scared.
powerful demons?
Vander told me about his. Oh.
You know, generally
Nope.
like small armies. Quiet.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh dear. How does anyone
Yeah.
frickin' become a deep keeper?
Oh,
With small armies. Or you
Bruce
listening?
Arms.
Fair.
And also
With
over
great
many
effort.
a years. Not all. Not it. It doesn't happen in like four trials. Just bam, 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 bam.
Well,
This
yeah.
could take up to years.
This could take well over a century.
Yeah.
God damn it, Evan.
Just speedrun.
So if
Let's get to like level 15 in like a year.
yeah, obviously. So let's just say that we'd like to contact her and set up a meeting because it involves one of the greater grudges of our clan. Or something similar to that. Are we okay with that as like the first thing, and then we can?
Sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, greater grudges in general. That's not a planned thing, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
While we're doing
That's
this,
as close to diplomacy as we're getting.
Yeah.
yeah. While we're doing this, I'm gonna try to make some potions of invisibility, or
Alright.
see if I
Okay.
can see what might be needed
See if
besides
Brightwing will let you.
red wings.
I will. Are we just doing housekeeper things now?
I mean,
Okay, so then,
are we planning to do something urgent? Is something urgent needed?
I don't
At the
think
moment.
I
so.
mean, I guess we don't know until we get a response back on that letter.
mhm.
And that's
Oh, thanks, Josh.
gonna take at least a little bit of time.
It sounded like you were gonna talk to someone else, Ethan, and that it was related to that, and something needs to
Oh,
happen
it
before or
was
after, or
it was yeah. What I was saying was pretty much if I schedule a meeting, right? But if I'm able to schedule a meeting and get the blessing of the High Deepkeeper to do the trials, right?
Mm.
Then we can be like, hey, you want to
You
come with
can
us
start on your way to
to
becoming one.
kill? Yeah, yes, and then I can also say, hey, do you want to come and kill a bloodthirster? I will invite you to be with us, right, and on the front lines if you want to be to fight the bloodthirster
so
of
do you
Manaroth.
want to do that first before we send off all this other stuff, or?
For bargaining purposes, yes.
Okay, just we
Alright.
just need to know what order we're doing things
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the order?
Okay. So I will try to arrange. I will arrange a meeting with the High Deepkeeper to. Does it have to be the High Deepkeeper, Josh, for the blessing?
The blessing?
Well, it's for like well, I'm reading the induction into the Deepkeepers, and it says, "Are so I need to initiate first by approaching the High Deepkeeper for their blessing and further instruction." Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the High
Yeah.
Deepkeeper.
Okay. So I'll try to, or at least send a letter, asking for some time and dates for a meeting with the
Sounds
High
Catherine
good.
will wish you
Deepkeeper.
luck.
Thanks. And about becoming a Deepkeeper.
So you're signing off letter to Tharden.
Yes.
11 doodles. All right, sending off a letter to Tharden, just talking about can I have a meeting? You're asking in that letter specifically for the becoming a deep keeper.
To arrange a meeting to. Okay. You can't tell my gears are grinding right now.
Would expecting us to write professional emails, Josh.
I have to do it 8 times a day. You have to learn. I'm doing you a favor.
Let me whip up Chat
honestly.
GPT real quick. In the letter, I'm going to ask to see if I can arrange a meeting with them to see if I can get his blessing to start the trials to become a deep keeper.
All right. That'll take a minute for him to respond.
Okay.
What else is anyone doing?
I think I would like to go visit Menvo Dark Iron's workshop.
Yes. Who did I say she worked under? Do you?
You just said one of the 3 rival rune carver workshops.
Yeah, but I said the name of the leaders of those workshops last session.
Oh yeah. I have no idea.
It's okay, none of us will remember.
Okay, well, we'll just make up new ones.
Or not
I
get a
need to-
check.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Or hit me out. You just hit Control H and then start scrolling.
I can't use that name. That's stupid. All right, so it is a workshop under Brerin, Brerin, Dark Iron, and it's in terms of among those 3 rival workshop, it is the largest in number of people.
Mm.
So it is focused on lower quality but greater quantity works. Not to say good things don't come out of it,
Yeah.
but generally that is their aim. You are met with an actual receptionist at the workshop.
Oh.
What do you say to him?
You didn't turn in your paper.
I suppose I'll start with asking if I can talk to Brerin. If he's available.
He's not available right now, but I can schedule a meeting for you in the next couple of weeks. When are you
Alright.
available and at what times of the day?
I'm available at most times of day. Can we schedule for, say, like a Friday?
This Friday, next Friday, or another one?
Let's go with next Friday.
Next Friday in 10 days.
Yeah.
Name, clan, and purpose of meeting.
Torrit Goldheart, Vorgrund clan. And reason for meeting, I was wondering if I could possibly work under him.
Are you established?
What does that mean?
Have you worked under any other workshops in the past? Can
Yeah.
anyone attest to your level of skill?
The only person who would probably wouldn't attest to my skill.
Then I'll put you under an inquiry to apprenticeship.
Yeah, that'll work.
Have a good day. May your hands not be shaky.
You as well. Turn and leave.
He's so depressed.
Wow, I need a raise.
That's just his voice.
Oh.
Everyone, I always imagine there are people, because I've met people like that, where it's just like,
Oh,
wow, you always
no.
sound just sad. And it's just like, no, that's just how I am, dude. Anyways, who's next?
I'll go. Well, I'm gonna go back to my house and look for Brightwing.
So you do find in the shed where Brightwing has actually set up his fungal circle. It's totally finished now. And there are small mosses that he's put around the dirt to create a little carpet, cutting out small circles for his mushrooms. All of the mushrooms are from a variety of underway mushrooms, and the moss itself is actually fire lichen. I know it's not the same thing. I'm just flying off the hook. You find him napping on a bookcase.
I kind of walk up to him and I kind of look up. I assume because he's on top. He's on a bookcase. I say, "Hey, Brightwing."
One of his large bulbous eyes opens. He's lying on his back.
Silly.
Hey, bud. I'm wondering, Do you have any of your old skill shits? Shittings.
He blinks twice.
Does he shed?
Do you shed your scales?
Scratch?
Yeah, like I, like yeah, scratch. Do they come off?
Stick.
Wait, what Josh can say again? Because I don't know why he fucking cut it.
Stick.
Okay, stick. Well, I mean, what do you do with the stick?
Scratch.
Scratch? You scratch them off like that?
Scratch.
Okay. Like, do you want to scratch or?
Stick. Stick, scratch,
Like,
Brightwing.
Okay, I'll
Brightwing,
grab.
scratch, stick.
All right. Do you want me to grab a stick, bud?
Stick.
I'll grab a stick. I'll grab like my broom.
Um, he has you put the broom on the ground, and then he basically just rubs his body all over it, leaving really small scales that look effectively like dandruff on the ground.
All right. I collect as many as I can, and I'm like, this is interesting. Thank you, Brightwing. I'll probably be able to go. Probably with these scales, I'll be able to make something to make me turn invisible.
Yeah. Just absolutely blank stares. He
You know,
has
see through.
no comprehension. Oh,
See through.
see through.
Yeah.
See through. He goes invisible.
Yeah. I make potion,
Frank.
and I drink. Prank as well, or I sell and get more ham.
Um.
I will. I'll then take these scales over to my family, like my brother and mother, and see from their expertise if they know what I would also need to make some decent potions of invisibility.
Player Josh should probably have prepared for this.
Yeah.
See, well, if you need my
I love
brother,
how
my
the first
mother's.
thing the first thing that comes up is Minecraft.
Josh,
Yeah,
remember in Fantastic Mr. Fox, the possum, where he does that weird stare.
Yeah, that you need to give me a signal whether
Yeah.
to know or not whether or not you're actually listening here.
That
I
reminds
love
me
that
of
movie.
Brightwing. That's the first image of Brightwing.
I love
He's
that
like,
movie so much. It's such a
Yes,
delightful movie.
that rarity reducing that much. That's how much it cost. Let me go pull up the magic item price for it. Why is the search function not working?
Oh.
oh, good.
It's annoying. There we are. So with Brightwing scales, you're able to cut off a very large portion of the cost.
All
So
right.
in total, you'd have to spend 45 gold pieces to make each potion.
All right. And how much scales, how many potions can I make with the scales I have at the moment?
2.
Two. Um, let's see. I asked the party if I can use 90 gold pieces to make 2 potions.
Sure.
90? 90? Sure.
Yeah. All right, I will buy the materials and I'll ask my brother if he wants to help out with this.
I mean, things are kind of busy. If you need my
Okay.
help, I can. But with everyone going out and about, healing potions are really
Yeah, understand.
in demand right now. So we're trying to keep up since everyone's going out, almost getting themselves killed, trying to settle the grudges.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. All right, don't worry about it, brother. You just
You
keep at
sure?
your work. Yeah.
All right.
No, you keep at your work. I mean, my roommate has to pay his weight somehow.
That little frog thing.
Yeah. I mean, don't. I mean, he ain't hurting anyone. And he likes ham.
No, but
But
he's
hey,
stealing. You know he's stealing from people.
really.
It's not like
Okay.
important. It's not like important stuff, but it's like Mama's
Annoyingly.
missing a hair clip,
Okay. It's
and like our neighbor's also missing. The way he put it, he said it sounded like he wasn't using it anymore, but an old boot.
so it's like a dog like the humans have, or a
I
cat.
suppose I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
I mean, he speaks, which is the other weird thing.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Hey, if I at least can get access to this material easily.
Yeah, that's a really nice ingredient. I will admit.
Yeah.
If you want to sell them at any point, I can mark them up pretty well. That's super useful for
Okay.
especially getting into places.
I might. I'm gonna make one for my ally Toric because they like to scout out, and then I might sell the other one if you're interested in selling it for me.
Yeah, we can put it in the shop, easy peasy.
All right.
I'm sure it would probably be gone in the week.
All right. As I shake my brother's hand and give him a hug, I'm gonna go make some potions now, and then I'm just gonna spend the rest of the time, or I'm just gonna wait and see how long everyone else is gonna, how long I'm gonna be in the Carrick, and then that's when I'm gonna start. That's when I'm gonna start making my potions.
Gonna take you 2 work weeks per potion.
Okay. All right.
Um,
I'll just wait until see what everyone's how long we staying.
It's all
in
based around when Tharden gets back to me.
in time,
Yep.
Tharden gets back that he can meet with you on the 14th, which is in
12 days.
12 days.
Okay. So, would you guys mind if I make one? If I spend 2 weeks to make one?
Sure. I need 10 days.
Okay. All right.
Anyone else have any business they want to handle?
I think that's all of my housekeeping. Like major housekeeping stuff outside of like small role play. Yeah.
Cool. So we've got 2 work weeks that you can take if you have anything you want to do in terms of downtime activities. Was anyone working on anything last time we did a downtime?
I don't think so.
I was, but now I'm making potions.
All right,
So-
Ethan, you've got 2 weeks, including a meeting with Tharden, which isn't gonna bite into your free time. What are you gonna use it for?
I think you already know what I'm going to use it for, Josh. Religious services.
It's
Hey.
Eventually, dude, there's not gonna be a point to this. Make me a persuasion check or a religion check. All right, I mean that's a success.
nice.
The deep keepers owe you one more favor.
Gathering up all the favors so you can cash them in.
Like
Who
you
am I?
did with Julius.
Yeah.
You never did.
I never did.
Gathra.
I mean, I'm doing the same thing.
Religion or persuasion check.
The irony of neither of those actually being Cleric's primary stat.
Not lost on me.
It's a little odd.
The irony is very evident that I don't want to make a comment on that. That is another success. One favor from the Deep Keepers. Doric.
If we die before I get reviv, we'll be set.
I'm gonna practice making jewelry.
If we're fighting that frickin' thing, we might.
Is there a jeweler's kit in 5e?
Yeah,
I think so.
Do you have
Yeah,
proficiency?
there's.
yep. And I've got one.
Okay. No, I'm just trying to figure out what I give you. I guess I'll just kind of put that under work.
Yeah, work.
We can have you be a freelance jeweler,
Yeah.
which is not very ludicrous, but make me a check.
Do you mean lucrative?
Whatever.
I was like, ludicrous, what?
Ludicrous speed.
So you can make a. Let's go with the dexterity check with your tools.
Bap. Nice.
You were able to live very comfortably. If you want to bring your lifestyle down one more level, you can actually gain more gold. But also, if you just stick with living very comfortably, you'll have a +1 bonus to all ability checks for the amount of time you spent working.
Oh.
So it's like
I think I'll just take
Sick.
the +1 to ability checks for the 2 weeks that I'm working.
You also gain 25 gold pieces.
Hell yeah.
Roll me a d6. A d10.
D10. Bap.
Noted. Nothing bad. We go on to Michael, you back?
And it was just ability checks, yeah?
Yeah, just ability checks. Emil, what are you doing during your time?
attending school.
What are you trying to
God, I love
achieve
that.
during your time in education? Are you basically I'm saying you can choose training, you can choose research, you can choose work, you can choose carousing. You know, is Emil a delinquent who spends his time with a gang of other, 30-year-olds who are wandering the streets of the Carrick?
Excuse me, 20-year-old.
Oh, you might as well be like 10.
Why are we
Yeah, no.
taking the child? We thought Keldon was bad, and now there's this.
Just like
Well,
a gang,
either
just like,
which
yes,
of those
this is our resident child.
He
corral
just showed
you've
up and
got
he won't leave, and we're worried he'll die if we leave him alone.
you've got carousing, research, work, and training.
I think I'll do research just to see his aunt's whereabouts. The one that gave me that weird ass dream.
Sure, there would be some amount of records for that. How are you gonna put in any money to this? You can get an additional +1 to your check for every 50 gold piece you spend. Kind of basically paying your library fees.
Sure. I'll let's see. Party cough quick. Oh, I think just 50 gold.
50 gold, alright. Make me resources, resolution. Make me an intelligence check with a +1 for the amount of money that you spent.
Ooh, not the best. Intelligence. 11.
You can make 2 of them actually,
Oh, cool.
since we're doing 2 work weeks. Also, Torek, double the amount that you
10.
got. To the amount of money you got, so 50. And okay, that's one. You get one hint. What hint do I give you?
I had to pop out for a
longitude,
second.
latitude.
I forgot what's
Did you
happening.
prepare?
I had to pop out for a sec.
You get an extra 25 gold pieces just because I screwed up how much time we're working.
Oh.
The hint that you're able to get, Evan or Emil, is that the group of slayers that your family member was accompanying and was working with were heading up into the Wyvern Watch Mountains.
Okay. Slayer Ant went up Wyvern Mountain with Fred.
And then for Mimir, what is he doing?
I'm back.
He's crafting an item.
Yep.
So 45 gold pieces, if that hasn't been removed yet. Roll me a d10. Yeah, roll me a d10.
Oh,
Oof.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
boy.
reroll. God damn, I can't fucking use the D20.
Nope.
Damn.
Now roll me a d6.
What the fuck?
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, it's gonna
My curses went to Michael.
Why? I had a good idea for once.
You have plenty of great ideas.
Tin can was not one of them.
I
That's
think
what
a
I mean.
Fantastic idea.
Murder
I mean,
everyone?
it's last ditch effort, all right, Gil?
Yeah.
We didn't even do it. We can't give him
No.
that much shit for it.
Yeah.
It was like briefly entertained, and we all went, bad idea.
Bad idea.
Because, we had nothing else to do while sitting in jail. Other than come up with crazy schemes.
The fucking tentacle bear one, where he could have got us out.
That was.
I want to see, like, the alternate universe version where we went with Plan Tentacle Bear and see how derailed things got.
Mimir, about 10 days into your work on this potion, you hear a knock at your family's workshop door. As your mother answers the door, you do not see the person behind her, but you see her face and like her body, basically her skin just go white.
Uh-oh.
And then she says, "Yes, he's right in there. He's working." And you hear very heavy footsteps, iron-booted ones, coming towards you. As you
Uh-oh.
see
Cops are here.
an individual of great renown among the clan holds, Acrylic Scorun.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right.
Mimir,
Yes.
I hear you've been working on something.
Yes.
A certain potion of invisibility.
Yes.
But
Just rumors going around the hold.
Hmm.
I would like to know where you gained such ingredients for it.
Alright, right.
My roommate.
He rolls his eyes at this. Out with it, boy. Come on.
The fairy dragon.
Wouldn't you like
I
to
use
know,
his skills.
boy?
A fairy dragon, he says, pulling out
Yes.
a pipe and a pipe cleaner. As
Yes.
he begins to busy himself with cleaning it. And how close are you to completing it?
About 4 days off, sir.
And how would one such as yourself come to befriend such a fickle creature?
Hmm. Well, it was that grudge about the missing farming equipment, and how how they said many things were swept downstream. The fairy dragon was using the tools to protect itself from other fae because it's made of iron. So, he allowed us to take it back, and we just kind of took his home, even though he did not know he was doing something bad. So
An innocent, foolish creature as it is, I'm sure.
yes. So he came back with me, and I had this idea about using the scales because his first thought when we approached him was to go invisible because he was scared. And so I asked him if I can use the scales, and he said sure, because I give him ham and I give him a place to stay where there's a bunch of iron, so he doesn't
He
get attacked.
raises an eyebrow at the ham.
Yes, he likes ham, so I just get him some ham.
He finishes cleaning the pipe, dumping the ashes into a bag, careful not to get any loose, and he packs the bowl of it with tobacco.
All right.
And he asks, "Do you mind?"
Once
He
you light the
motions with the
pipe.
pipe.
Oh,
Is
I
this
don't
a
mind, sir.
smoke-free workshop?
I don't mind, sir.
He pulls out a match and strikes it against his gauntlet. Lighting his pipe, he lets out a huge smoke ring that seems to move of its own volition around the workshop. What do you plan to do with them? The potions, I mean.
I mean, sell them and probably let my allies use them. Yes.
And are you aware of how rare such potions are?
Yes.
And while I mean no insult to you and your band, do you not think that the usefulness of them would be better suited to those of the elders?
I mean, yes. That's why I am willing to sell them. I'm probably gonna keep at least one back. You know, got to keep some. Got to keep something. Got to keep some in the back, just in case for later. But I am willing to sell them. Start selling them in my family's workshop.
Why would you need to keep one in reserve?
Just in case if me and my allies go on a dire quest.
If you can't handle your problems head on.
Yeah.
You would take such a route to a solution.
Or my one of my allies is very stealthy and could use it for reconnaissance. If we need some greater level of reconnaissance than normal.
I'm going to level with you, Mimir. I want to buy every potion that you make from here until the end of the year.
Oh.
Every
Oh.
potion.
500
gold pieces each.
Yeah. Shake his fucking hand. Shake his fucking hand.
He's like, yes, sir.
1,000 each.
Oh my god.
He shakes your hand firmly. Pleasure doing business with the Rune Forges as always. As he lets out another puff of smoke, it actually goes down and underneath the smoke ring, underneath your workbenches, and pops out behind it, going
Okay.
behind a wall clock that your family has.
Hey,
Alright.
Gandalf.
Well, he said
Thorin
the end.
actually does this.
He said the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
So that's
September.
it's September. I mean, there's 3 more months.
Yeah, 3 more months, and guess I can probably make it there.
With that, he takes his very heavy, booted self and walks out of the shop, letting out a smoke ring occasionally, which the smell is pretty acrid, but
Like, god damn. I thought he was gonna give you a cease and desist.
I was a little scared there, but I could. Well, the thing is, with
Or-
that,
Now I'm curious.
with that, if we stay in the character a little longer, I can make. I project to make 4 in the next within the year, or see if my family or actually with this, I'm gonna talk to my mom and brother, see if they want to get on this, if they would want to help out.
Your mom is still white in the face from a clan leader just showing up to your guys' family workshop. Your brother was out buying ingredients, and as he gets back, the two of you kind of like sit him down and said, "Okay, this what happened."
What's laughing?
His mouth is just open, his beard hanging down limply. Is- how much can we get off the little creature?
I'm gonna go ask him that. I don't want to.
How many scales
over.
do you shed?
Yeah, I'm. How often does he shed? But
We gotta ask
I'm-
the resident herpetologist.
I know I'm almost done with 1. So if you want, brother, you can use the other one, and I have all the ingredients, so you can start work on that.
Get to work right away.
And I'm gonna go ask Brightwing how often he sheds.
How do you ask Brightwing?
Where whenever it's like more chill and just meaning like hanging out. Probably at the end of the day, I ask him, it's like, hey Brightwing, how often do you shed, or you need to scratch off scales?
Josh is running calculations.
Yes.
Questions you didn't think you'd have to answer.
No, never.
I mean,
But when you roll a complication on a table for when crafting an item, and it says a nobleman is looking to purchase the item, and will not take no as an answer.
I
How
also
much
do.
money do I want to give this party?
Yeah.
Yes, give us all the money.
I think he's going to say once every 10 suns.
So every 10 days.
10 suns.
So every 11 days.
10
Evan, you have
suns.
no idea how much I just had to restrain myself from going 11 days.
So 10 suns. So it's the 10 suns going up and down.
10 suns.
10 suns.
10 sleeps.
Okay. 10 sleeps. Okay. Quick question, Josh. With me living him this long, I know he has the same. Does he have a similar like sleep rhythm as dwarves? Like 8 hours.
Honestly, he sleeps like for 4 hours every 6 hours.
Okay.
He's like a cat.
But it's for all intents and purposes, it's 10 days. Every 10 days.
Okay. All right. I will go back to my brother and mother and tell him that. He stated 10 suns or 10 days. He sheds.
And does he do that by himself? Does he need help with it? Or...
He all he asked for is a stick.
Like a back scratcher?
Yeah.
Made of wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go buy one, he says.
We're invested.
Alright.
They have found their golden goose.
I'm just imagining at the
They
fucking
have-
beginning of the year, no, or right after this, we're just gonna be like, all right, Brightwing, here's an entire fucking hog. That's all yours, man.
All right. So, I mean, your family kind of sets up an operation to you spend some time back and forthing trying to like communicate with Brightwing, like, all right, don't go scratching yourself by yourself. We'll scratch you. We'll take care of you. We'll pamper you.
Yeah.
And like for all, you're able to convince him because he's really stupid. That's like,
Yeah.
no, we're not, using you or anything. We're pampering you. We like
Yeah.
you. We want you to feel
Yeah.
at home. And he's like, I'm being pampered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I just
And,
like this. It's like, wait, hold on. 500.
And to be perfectly clear, your mom and your brother previously had treated him more like a nuisance. Like they tolerated his presence because, and it's obvious that they just knew you wanted him there.
Yeah.
But now they're like buying in, like this is a cash cow kind of moment.
Love
And
you, mom. Fucking
they're fully buying into it. They're
It's
gonna split the
already dead.
profits with. I think they're willing to split the profits with you if you're not going to be the one to make the potions. If there's any downtime, they'll pick up the slack, but take half of the profit.
Okay, if everyone's down with that,
Sure.
it's essentially
I mean, 250 gold pieces.
250 gold pieces
About
for
700.
49 or 45.
So
Holy shit!
it's
A pretty good exchange
200.
rate.
Yeah.
Hold on. So if it's September, he gives off 2 every 10 days. That's 6.
Oh, we gotta do math.
6
Oh
a
god,
month.
math.
And if I can't remember
3
how many
months
days
out.
are left of a year.
The
September,
So-
1, 2, 3, 4 months. I have made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it now!
So by the end of the year, we collectively have a fuck ton of money.
We just figured out how to pay off what's his face.
That's if you don't make any of them yourself, that's 6,000 gold pieces.
Wow.
Oh.
Holy shit!
God.
If I even don't make them,
Is that
If you
accounting
don't
for
make
the,
any of them, that's 6,000 gold pieces in your pocket.
Shit.
Is that accounting for the
So you
45?
thought that those 2 1s was bad. This is probably the luckiest turn you've had in your life.
Wow.
now everyone can
So-
say shit about Brightwing.
We love Brightwing. Brightwing is
So
great.
it's
Fucking
6.
love it.
We, if we wait some time, we could just purchase all the raw items for it if we do other grudges first. Fuck.
Oh yeah. All
But
right.
you know,
We just
Let's
gotta
go
make
on to
sure.
the. Unless you have anything else you want to do, Mimir.
Fucking after I tell my family, I just fucking sprint to my friends and tell them shit. Like guys,
What?
holy
What?
shit!
What?
how much downtime do you need?
How much
4
time?
months.
4 months. That's a lot of downtime.
My brother and mother are willing to help us, but they're taking half if they help us.
That's
so-
fine.
I mean, that's still a really good deal for everyone involved.
It's still a
Yeah.
really good deal.
So we could tackle other grudges
We could.
Yeah.
during this. So we might have found a solution that doesn't require us to grind our teeth against
Yeah.
clan leader.
Yeah. I mean, there's that, and also, legitimately, one of these potions, even split between me and you, Samster, could straight up pay for like a month's worth of wages.
Oh, even more.
So, holy shit.
Holy shit, indeed.
So do we just wait out? Okay, so let's redo this here. Do we want to wait those 4 months for that sweet money and just
But-
do grudges during that time as well.
What grudges?
Yeah,
Well,
what grudges
Yeah,
would be?
that's the main
Well,
thing.
let's look at the grudges again.
Yeah.
Just as long as we have enough money by the end of next year, September, we won't have to get the Iron Fang, was it?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
15,000 gold pieces worth of raw material that we need to transport over there. Excuse me. So we
Yeah.
can
We
get
could go and look for more just cash quests at some point if we want to go that route.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or we could go for what was the other grudge we were thinking about? I think there were ghouls involved.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, a group of slayers have been
Yeah.
found. Their corpses. Yeah, the bottom one.
Yeah, I know we mentioned that at some point.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
I
that's
mean,
grudge gold, not actual gold, but
Well, yeah.
still needs to get done.
We at
Okay,
least
so
need to do
should we?
something.
Yeah, should we hold off from sending the letter to
For now, yeah. I
her?
think.
Okay, because he
We
can
should
blink.
figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
that will require me to actually have some downtime if we want to get some actual money. So
Mhm.
Right.
Do
I
you
guess that
want to do?
depends. Like how much of it would you want to do yourself?
Yeah,
what I want to do
because
myself,
Because that's gonna change this math dramatically.
Yeah.
yes,
at least a month,
you want to do a
if
month,
not two.
and then Josh, if we don't do a debt, personal quest, or a grudge within what was it, like 5 months, one of them be taken. 6 months, one of them
You're
be taken.
you're safe to just
Good.
take this opportunity if you want. Like, if you all wanted to just take straight up 4 months of downtime, I wouldn't punish you for it because I put the opportunity in front of you.
I mean, we can try to do that greater grudge, and then just how much money would we have with that greater grudge? I guess let's look at the.
Well, I mean,
Coffers.
are we counting grudge gold as money?
I mean, we're
'Cause
counting
I've been
it
tallying it
separately.
separately.
Yeah, we're counting it
Mhm.
separately.
Because if we had with that grudge gold, we'd have about 9,500 grudge gold. I'm
Plus
doing the math on
that
the rest of the-
6,000. Like they had that 15,000 plus in the 4 months.
Yeah, at present we have about 3,200 gold pieces collectively, not accounting for potion nonsense.
Mm-hmm. So then the next question is, if we save all the grudge gold, right? We go to that greater grudge, we get the 6,000 gold plus. So
Where are you getting six? Okay, so that's 6,000 gold. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if we we take 4 months of downtime gold plus, which would be more actually. How much would that be? So that's 4 months. Was it how many times per month was it? 4 or
What?
6?
Like
The math of how often this scales. I'm trying to redo the math. If Mimir's going to
If
be
Mimir
active
works for
actively,
times a month.
if Mimir works for half the time, 9,000. If Mimir works the whole time, it's 12.
it's 12. So 12. We could put the platinum in, or roll that's 14, and only put like 1,000 of the grudge gold in. That's also a possibility.
But we'd be giving up grudge gold.
4 months of downtime. The rest of us could be doing things.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
the
have
rest of
a
us
We
could
could
little
be
bit
getting
sooner.
money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just laying out what we have now. And if we
Yeah.
didn't gain any money, right?
Like,
So
I do still have my emergency funds, which is about 700 gold.
yeah, because that's
And
plus we'll be
750.
probably like and honestly, I'll fuck. Then the rest of us need to figure out what we're gonna do for those 4 months.
I mean, for
Two.
4 months, I say it wouldn't be a bad idea to do kind of the same thing we did earlier when we wanted money, where we looked for like other
Yeah.
mini quests, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We can work as, I guess, mercenaries.
I mean, just listen to
sanitary-
rumors, see what's around.
Yeah, I mean, I know a
That can
possibility
supplement
from.
this considerably. I mean, I think the whole delivery thing was pretty profitable for us.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's that. My character, you can just go down and be a diviner for the 4 months to pick up like a small seasonal gig.
Oh, Josh, important
Seasonal.
thing that I forgot about. I had that meeting, like, in those 2 weeks that we did downtime.
Yeah, should we get the results of meetings before we're done having this conversation?
Yeah.
Well, he's a small break actor, so
Or break time.
Yeah.
yeah, break time.
Okay,
After
break
we
time.
finished. Break time now?
Sounds like.
I'm gonna poke my fire real quick, see how it's doing.
Alright,
Then
small break
figure
time.
out what happened with those meetings and go from there.
Sounds good.
Do the discussion with Tharden, or do we want to do the discussion with... Shoot, I already forgot his name.
His name is Brerin.
Braren. Which one do you guys want to do first?
Let's do the discussion
roll
with
a dice
Tharden
for it?
first.
I feel dark.
Tharden.
I'm gonna call him Bray.
Alright. So, on the day that you have set for your meeting with Tharden, how do you prepare yourself physically, Xamter?
I put on my finest. Think about it. Is Saza back yet in the 2 weeks?
No, she's still... She had left a note that she is going up into the Giant Shield Mountains. She's going to be out for a while.
I'm sad.
It's...
I would
She
ask
didn't
to see
think
if...
the turnaround would be so quick.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna ask to see if my mom's available. If she can help me get my hair, my beard ready.
Your mom, as you go over, she says, "Go home. I will bring all of my stuff with me." And
You got it.
as she comes over, she has a full like kit of brushes, clips,
Nice.
pins, and she starts off with, "All right, do we want to braid? Are we braiding
Yeah.
the hair? Are we braiding the beard? Are we
We're braiding
doing...
the beard.
You can borrow your father's clips for the beard."
Okay.
She begins with the beard, combs it out, puts some beard oil in it, beard butter, to keep some of the straggly bits as straight as possible. And she puts basically what is the dwarven equivalent of your father's cufflinks into your beard
Mm-hmm.
to make you dressed up all nice. And as she kind of braids it, it shortens greatly. It's actually nicer that way. You know, it's a lot more manageable and it's not getting caught up in everything. And then she moves on to your hair. Do you want it to be braided? Do you want it to be... do you want to put anything in it?
Do like I don't know hairstyles. Do like a couple of braids, right? Or like have like a few braids with like a little bit of like those which I like cufflinks, down the back of the hair, but like other than that, like let it like flow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow with a few braids in it.
She does it up as best as she can, and then she basically rubs an ointment all over your face, because while the skin is still is healed from your tattoo, the muscle underneath is still not fully recovered from being stabbed several thousands of times. So she puts a little bit of effectively lotion on there to help kind of reduce the irritation and hopefully get some of that red out of your cheeks. And then she starts going over, fussing over all of the smallest bits. She gets all over, like, did you wash this? When was the last time you ironed it? When was the last time that you when was the last time you shaved your knuckles?
Everything. that, and then it's like, okay, this top, no. Shorts, no.
Do we put a hat? No.
No.
No
Yeah,
Are these
hands.
are these really the best shoes you have? No. Okay, we're gonna go borrow some of your father's.
I, the best shoes were for my wedding, like 30 years ago.
She shoots you a side eye and was like, "Those aren't good enough."
I know.
Zaza's
I-
standards were really low, and we both know it.
We're poor. What do you want us to do?
Sounds like this wedding is gonna be cost around 1,000.
She doesn't disapprove of your wedding to Zaza. She's just saying that Zaza had really low standards.
Ouch.
Like, it took convincing on your mom's part for Zaza to have a wedding ceremony. Zaza was just like, I like this big guy. We're married now. And your mom was like, no, no, no. This is my son. We are having a wedding. And she helps you basically become the most beautiful dwarf you've ever been. She brings out the best in you. And then she gives you a slap on the back and says, go get him, son.
I love you, Mom.
Go break some earth, honey. I love you.
I love you. Let's do this.
That's my boy.
I'm your boy.
It's my boy. She gives you a big hug before shoving you at the door.
Let's go. And the Scepter's like, I don't think she's done that for any other one of my sons. Oh, I hope they don't find out. They might get jealous.
Alright, as you head over to the temple caverns, it's just a normal day for the rest of them, but for you, your heart is all twisted together.
Mm-hmm.
It's... How is Samter feeling, I guess? I should ask.
Giddy, right? Because, I mean, from all those years ago from he was a slayer, right? And from the mentoring and tutoring of Vander in the stories he told Samter over the decade that they were together, and it's kind of like, it's always kind of cool. And now it's kind of just, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Coming into the temple itself, the outermost chamber holds the brazier of Bowick, where the worship of Bowick is held. And basically the purpose of Bowick is that he takes the prayers of the dwarves to Moradin. So it's not traditional for your everyday your everyday dwarf to actually go into the chambers of Moradin, but you would talk to the priests of Bowick to then speak on your behalf to Tharden.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, they just open the doors to the inner chambers of Moradin. And their faces are a little hard to read, but they seem excited for you. Tharden is waiting in his full ceremony regalia, which involves copious amounts of gold plates that overlap on each other, each one decorated with one not super expensive gemstone, and then a series of larger gemstones that resemble a family tree, each being representative of the different family members of Moradin. The top one being a diamond representing Moradin itself, then branching off into smaller parts. And he just looks you up and down. He says, Samter.
I give a. Would we be doing the dwarven forum thing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the what would people call the title of a high dekeeper? Just like high dekeeper Tharden type of deal? I say high dekeeper Tharden.
You sent me a message.
Yes. I would, with your blessing and instruction, would like to try and become a deep keeper.
And you are prepared for the trials that will come before it.
Yes, I am.
You are aware that this may be the end of you and your bloodline.
Yes.
You have made all the necessary preparations for the case of your death.
Yes.
This is your last chance to back out without shame. I recommend you take it.
It sits there, and like all of that giddiness, all the like I'm doing it, this type of deal, childlike energy wipes away. His eyes harden and says, I am fully prepared to dedicate myself to Morden and the High Deep Keepers, and become a priest.
He takes a moment to kind of take back on that kind of air of regality that he had started the conversation with before he had recommended you just back out. And he says with full chest, I recognize you, Samter, as a candidate for the Deep Keepers. You are here now called Son Lenore. If you fail these tests, you bring fame to your family that like that of the Iron Frosts. Your first task is that of the trial of Huil, demigod of pilgrims and the weary. You are to make a place of rest beneath the Wormsmoke Mountains. For it is under that great bastion of evil that the weeping mothers cannot penetrate. I pray that you find solace with Huil, and that you find safe paths for those pilgrims who seek the dead mother. Once you've completed your task, I will personally seek out your haven and judge it to be worthy of the pilgrims of the dead mothers. Do you have any questions, Samter, son of the Hornbellies?
Are there records of, or in the Dwarven history of prior sanctuaries that have been built in the underground and for the weeping mothers?
Before the times of shaking, the great time of scattering, there was a Carrick in the Wormsmoke Mountains who had built many different havens within the stones below. But all of them, to record of this day, have been overrun by goblins and hobgoblins who fled beneath the stone from those great drakes of the mountains.
Thank you, High Deep Keeper Theoden. I should be taking my leave, and I shall make preparations for this.
And may the lanterns of your father guide your steps in the dark.
And put the final goodbyes or whatever, then I will head on out.
This music is dramatic.
Yeah.
It is kind of fitting. I thought it was very fitting. Gets back home and it's just.
Based on your understanding, he took it easy on you. This is the easiest of the 4 trials.
Yeah. Mom, Mom, where's Dad?
He's working.
I did it. I got my
You did
trial.
it!
Yeah.
You did it!
Yes.
Oh no, he did it.
Yeah. I'm gonna start writing my will.
You didn't do it beforehand?
Bro, you
I've been busy.
lied?
I'll tell Dad when he comes back. His back. Go back to his house and just.
I love it.
I'm taking this all out. This is not me. Well, he's gonna take one last mirror in the one last look in the mirror, and it's just, damn, I look good. Too bad it's a lot of work.
As your dad comes home, he like bursts through the door. Where's my boy?
I'm here.
He comes up and I mean he doesn't pick you up because you're far too heavy for that. But he comes over and it is a big hug with pats, heavy pats on the back. And he just goes, he sits you down. Well, you know, he sits you down and he like is pacing in front of you. He's like, "All right, tell me everything that happened. Tell me all that I'm allowed to know."
All right. Are we allowed to tell what the inside of the church is? Of the temple?
You're not allowed to talk about the actual building, but you are allowed to talk about the priests.
Priests. Okay.
Yo, Tharden sucks.
It was amazing. Yeah, well, it is a privilege to see what was in there, and also to see the priests of Bowick doing their job. All of them looked really excited. Tharden, amazing. Like
Really?
his outfit, yeah, it's like yeah, he's a high deep keeper and all, but that's like, yeah, he's the high deep keeper, you know.
What did it look like?
I began to describe his regalia.
Jeez, that's expensive.
I mean, yeah.
And you get to wear something like that if you succeed?
Well, about that in particular, well, like, if I succeed and become a high deep keeper, then probably.
You think my boy will ever become a high deep keeper?
That's the goal.
That's the goal?
Why not?
He's just beaming at you.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all the way. You know, that's how I've always been. From the past and now. If I go until I'm told no.
So what's your first task?
I'm allowed to say the trials, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I need to go and make a refuge for the pilgrimage.
Where's he put it?
The Wyvern Mountains.
Your father crosses his arms. Close to home, at least.
Yeah.
Relative.
Well, at least it'll be in the underground.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to clear out some goblins.
It's. He looked at him. It's kind of joking. It's nothing I've never done before.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want you to have to do it again.
Well, nobody wants to do it again.
What if they've got dragons with them?
I heard more than that. They don't. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. I'm
Yeah?
excited.
Oh.
Yeah. the High Deeper Thoradin's gonna check it out for himself personally after I finish it.
Oh, jeez, come on, man.
Yeah. Well,
Relegate, wouldn't you?
you know, it might be because of Ander.
Absolutely because of Vander.
Yeah.
Meh.
So,
Yep, it's
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, well, okay. Let's get on to some like what do we need to put together for supplies for this?
Okay, so
So, safe haven. That's
I need.
not objective. So,
Mhm.
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is able to, at least right now, I'm still frazzled
All right,
like,
then
from like
push
the
it back.
last 3
Talk
hours.
about it tomorrow.
But I'm thinking about like hopefully being able to create a room. Well, if I can find, well, apparently there was an old Karak there underneath.
Yeah, I know of it.
Yeah.
Wintering during the Great Shaking.
I'm gonna head to the. Well, Josh? What's the place called where they just keep the history books?
It's literally just the Hall of Records.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the Hall of Records and do some research on prior shelters that have been made, and see if there's anything I can glean from the Karak, unless they've all been lost to time. To see, there it is. Because if I could repurpose one of those rooms in the Karak, that'd be great. My goal is to hopefully make a seamless door that only a dwarf would be able to tell the difference between.
That's a classic move. But are you sure you want to
Yeah.
put it in a Carrack? It's going to be held by a much bigger force than just putting it somewhere in the underways.
Yes, right. Like I said, I'm still frazzled, so I'm still thinking out
Okay.
ideas here.
Okay. Should we just have drinks then? Let you sleep on it.
Yes.
I'll
Except
start
there's
just throwing together some like simple supplies that you would want to stock the place with,
yes.
and then
Oh, I could put glyphs of warding in there too.
oh, that's a really good idea. Well, what do you need for those?
Gold,
No,
unfortunately. Yeah, I know.
everything
So
in this world costs money, doesn't it?
yeah, I mean it's what we live by, right?
Uh,
But I'll see what my group and I are, what my adventuring group and I are gonna do too. But
all right.
I can put in some glyphs of warding in or around, right? But the only problem is that they won't restock though. That's the thing, which is kind of sad. But it'd be healing. Yes, yes, Michael. So I need money, but that probably some mining equipment, stone, smith's tools,
Food,
food.
something that'll last long.
Yes.
Bedding, if anyone doesn't have any.
Mm-hmm. Bedding, food, obviously, to eat, things to drink, things to sleep
Medicines.
on, medicines. Yes, herbs. Dry. Have to be dry.
No, not herbs. Something that's
No.
not perishable.
Yeah, I was gonna say dried herbs.
We
Well,
could bottle something.
yeah,
Seal it
Mhm.
and bottle it. Boil it
Yeah,
in
I
a bottle,
can.
and that should keep it safe for the long run.
Yeah, if money allows. God forbid, healing potions.
Mm.
If money allows,
You
but
can talk to
I'm pretty
Mimir
sure.
about that, right?
Yeah, I'll talk to Mimir about it, but I think they're all the craze now, especially during the grudges.
That's true.
So we are thinking about taking 4 months off of the grudges to work.
He's kind of
and
inquisitive
gain some
about
money.
that.
It's due to one of the greater grudges that we're tackling.
Like just long-term preparations or something?
We need 15,000 gold pieces.
Holy
Yep. Yep. It's
father!
either that. It's either that or
what?
yeah. You know the cult of the Black Earth.
I know the old stories.
Yeah, we have to deal with them.
They need
Either
15,000 gold pieces for.
raw materials of the earth.
What kind of nonsense is that?
It's for an egg of the flying variety. That
You can't just kill him?
no,
Why
You
not?
think-
It's a lot of money.
I know. He has a plus. Plus, I need to go and hire people too, which cost money.
Wait,
To
Kill
even-
him.
It's not that easy, Dad.
Why not?
You think I'm gonna
Wait.
walk in there and just kill him with his armed guards, his mounted dragons?
Surely it's not. Surely it's not anything you and your group can't handle.
I'm
I look at him,
looking
like,
the question.
Who
Like
mounted?
when you said dragon, that gave him a little bit of pause, but like he still is like gung ho, like yeah, you can kill him.
okay.
Dad, I may be, stabby, kill everything, whatever, like trained, but there's a limit to how much I can do right now.
Nonsense. It's just what, a couple of dozen guys, some rocks.
Some rocks that breathe at you.
Oh, heaven forbid things breathe, Samter.
Oh, heaven forbid things breathe and deals damage to
That's
you.
the goal, Samters. Go from breathing to not breathing.
Really? So, we're still working it out, okay? I hope Sasa's alright. I wish Sasa was here. I miss Sasa. Oh, I miss her.
The real question is, would Mercs be less cheap than 15,000?
No, it depends on what you get. Anyway, drinks. Yeah,
Drinks.
and Earth Mother Flig has said I should lose weight.
I mean, you can afford to.
I hate this. I lived 10 years of my life as the leanest dwarf to ever exist. Lo and behold, I just gained some weight from it.
He kind of pokes you jokingly in the belly, and he just says, "Look, if Fleeka's saying it, then you can't really argue against it.
I can't argue against a living ancestor. I know.
She speaks the truth. And the truth is, you could afford to lose maybe 10 or 15, maybe 30.
Jesus Christ. It gets more.
But then
gets
again,
more
I could
fucked up.
probably lose 40, but you know, whatever.
But you're not out fighting things, are you?
No, I'm
Which is-
far too. I've got far too many people relying on me for that.
Exactly. All right,
Isn't
I'm
that more of
gonna.
an argument for you to lose weight?
It really is.
I hate this.
All right, I'll drop it.
I dislike this because I know you're all right. Fine, I'll make a workout regimen. I don't want to do Vander's workout regimen again. Also, do we know what happened to Vander? Did he die during the siege? It's one of the Slayers.
I can
Let me
ask around.
I might need to make a trip down to the. Where's the place that they have graves, Josh?
The
Oh,
That's
cat,
it.
shut up.
the
Was it
Hall of the
character?
Ancestors.
I might have to make a trip to the Hall of the Ancestors and see.
You should do so. I think if
I-
he does, if he is, and I doubt he is,
All right.
it would take a lot for that man to keel over.
Yeah, but you saw. Well, I don't know. But you saw the dead body that was outside the Carrick, right?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
But even if he is, then it will be a joyous occasion.
Yes. Yes, you'll be accepted back into the halls of Morden. Which I believe
And
you.
knowing his feats, it will be with great resplendent treasures.
Yes, I'm saddened that it's taken me this long to realize this. I'll make the trip tomorrow.
He just kind of clicks his tongue at that. And the two of you head over and start the festivities. It's
Mhm.
not quite as crazy as your tattoo ceremony,
Oh yeah.
but it's drinks. It's like a nice meal rather than a party.
Mm-hmm.
And Your mother's nervous about this because there's not a high likelihood, there's a likelihood you might die.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's also your father's not as concerned, but it's like he's trying to occasionally he'll just throw a not backhanded, but like a comment over being like, hey, be careful. Our whole family's name rides on this too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we won't be exiled, but it'll be a mark on our family name.
Yeah.
All right. With that, let's go to Gail.
All right.
You're meeting with Raren.
Ye. In direct contrast to how excited, freaking name, Samter woke up and, like, got about his day, Torek just does all that alone, just, like, redoes her braid, the one singular braid, to make sure it looks nice, and puts a second, much nicer quality gold ring than the first in that braid. And just, like, picks out the nicest clothes that she has, which isn't saying much, and just heads out. No one to, like, wish her luck or anything.
Well, jeez.
Sad.
All right, Naruto.
Damn.
Torek is definitely Naruto.
Or is definitely Naruto.
I mean,
No,
monk.
Torek is Sasuke.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Torek is so Sasuke.
Oh god, no.
You arrive at the Outerson's chamber and head over to Braren's workshop, and there's a bit of business going on right now. There was a pretty large, by the sound of it, order that was placed after someone completed a greater grudge and basically decided to outfit their entire family with decent weapons.
Oh.
And by family, I mean extended family.
Oh.
So there's basically a huge group of clerks and secretaries and apprentices who have been tasked with counting out the grudge gold.
Oh god.
And it's on the scale of 8,000 or so. So having to count each one specifically, divvy them out to, all right, this is going to one weapon, this is going to another, and all that. It's a bit of a task that is spilled out into the forum, not the forum, foyer of their workshop, and the secretary who is overseeing it is the same one that you spoke to, and he gets up from what he's doing, he gives you a handshake, and he says, Torek Goldheart, meeting of apprenticeship. Yes?
Yes.
Breathe.
Right. As Torek
Nothing
takes
to be
a couple
nervous
of deep
about.
breaths.
We've taken on half a dozen apprentices this year already. I'm sure it won't be of any issue.
Right. Thank you.
You already have somebody batting for you anyways, too, so no need to worry, girlie.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm sorry, who's batting for me?
Benvo? She spoke highly of you when she heard that you had visited.
Oh. Right. Well, thank you very
Anyways,
much.
go ahead on inside. Second hall on the left. Follow it until the end. It'll be marked with a flag.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Careful not to touch anything on your way down. We
Alright.
work very hard to make sure there are no fingerprints on any of the decorations.
Understood.
As is typical of a rune carver's workshop, the hallways are decorated with past works of their masters, so all of them are just incredible works of art and functionality. And a lot of it is made of the very signature blend of steel that belongs to the Dark Irons, where they get their name. It's just like a nearly charcoal black color of steel that they carve into
Ooh.
when they're not using, or they carve that into and then pour the gold into.
Ooh. Black and gold is such
So
a good color combo.
it's so good.
It's so good.
You are able to find your way back to a small meeting room that is bare, as is most, not as is most really. It's got a carpet, a rug, and that's it,
Mm.
with a small stone table with 4 chairs on each side of the square table. And you sit there for not very long at all, 5 minutes or so. Enough time to get into your own head. Probably not good for you.
Probably not good for.
And then grabbing the flag, almost like you would at a at a doctor's office. Braren grabs the flag off of the doorway and says, Torek, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Well, pleasure to meet you, he says. As he takes a seat, he reaches over the table to shake your hand.
We'll shake it back. It's a pleasure to meet you, too.
So, you're looking for work?
Yeah, looking to possibly become an apprentice.
And do you have any prior work?
I mean, the only work I've really done as far as rune forging goes are my gloves. But I do
Can I
have
take a look?
experience. Yes. Takes off her gloves and hands them to her. I do have a bit of prior experience, but this is the first solid thing I've made. They're quite effective in combat.
Yes. And you are of what age?
94.
And you come from the Gold Hearts.
Yes.
I presume there's some drama.
To say the least, yes.
Your father spoke very poorly of you.
That
Why?
doesn't surprise me. He's always thought that my work was subpar, that I could do better, all that kind of thing. Yeah, kind of took it to heart for a little bit, trying to work on that.
Why come to a competitor of your father and not work under him?
Let's just say he's not the best for my mental health.
Are you going to start drama with our competitor?
I hope not to. I will not do so actively.
Will he cause issues for me if I take you on as an apprentice?
Torek just kind of pauses for a moment and thinks. He might.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Alrighty.
Good for me. All got our inspirations.
I'm using
Inspiration,
it.
roll.
I'm using mine first.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, we'll take that.
Nice.
We'll take that.
We take those.
We take
We're
those,
good?
baby.
We taking those?
We take
I
it.
think we're taking it. The 23? Hell yeah.
I can't offer you any position higher than an apprentice.
I understand that.
You have no official work after an apprenticeship.
Correct.
And the one that you did was not seen to completion.
Wait,
Do you
what?
understand?
Out of character, what does that mean?
Means you didn't really finish your apprenticeship with your father.
Oh. Yeah. That is correct.
I am taking you on a great risk to my workshop in my name,
I
as I do
understand.
with every apprentice.
I
You are no
understand.
different than them. You will leave your baggage at the door.
I understand.
I'm taking you under the recommendation of Menvo. Thank her when you have the time.
I will
You
be
will
sure
not
to do
have
that.
much of it. I require you to put in as much time as you can servicing under Menvo herself. She will be your teacher, your mentor. She will praise your work and see whether it is good enough for us to sell under my name. Once you
Yes.
have graduated from a 5-year apprenticeship, then you may sell things at our workshop under your own name. Until then, all things that you make are under my choice to sell and who to sell to. You will become much better at your craft. This is acceptable, he gestures to the gloves. But I would not sell it.
I understand.
It is a bare minimum, and we put more art into the works that we sell. You will work cooperatively with other apprentices. I would recommend you spend at least 25% of your time with Menvo and others. But I cannot require any more, as this is the time of troubles. I understand you have a world to explore and your own groups and peoples to support.
Yes.
Then I will have a draft of this contract that I've spoken to you orally written up in stone. I will have you sign it, and I welcome you aboard, Torek.
Thank you, sir.
He reaches out to shake your hand.
Torek will shake it.
Really? Really, Evan?
What did he send?
I mean,
Yes,
sounds.
he gave
I
off the
mean,
Gordon Ramsay vibe for me.
Where's the lamb sauce?
oh no,
Where's
it's
the lambs?
What
that
kind
fucking
of
sounded like my great
blackface are
grandpa.
you?
Yeah, that sounded like my grandpa, who's like, who's like, all right, we're gonna actually get work done now, boys. Don't fuck around.
What kind of jeweler are you? A shit sandwich.
As he stands up from the table, he says, "Do you require quarters?"
uh, I do have my own place. So, no.
Do you want quarters?
Uh,
From what I understand, you're rather isolated.
yeah. I
Being a
would like
member of a
quarters.
community can greatly reinforce creative work.
I would like quarters, if that would be alright.
He takes you over to the part of the workshop that is probably it is the farthest away from work as possible. It's a pretty bare dorm room for a lot of the apprentices, which by the number of doors, they're set up to handle at least 32 at a time. It doesn't look like all of them are occupied. Probably about 20 of them are occupied at the moment.
Hmm.
And he shows you to the room, which is smaller than your place you were staying, but it comes furnished,
Ah.
and it actually comes with a set of tools for you to work with, and has different like small display cases that you can actually put things into.
Ooh.
And overall, it's very generous from what you would guess. They seem to be under the idea of this is an investment, so we're
Yeah.
trying to make you comfortable. He goes over kind of the basic everyday things that you need to do. You don't need to spend all of your month, and you can work it out with Menvo how you want this apprenticeship to go. And as for meals, you can get food from the pantries whenever you want. We have a community dinner at 6. We do kind of group lunches with the shifts. Those are not as formal or nah, the dinner's not formal either. He takes on a much more casual tone with you. And it's not formal, but like, it's a thing. We try to make it so that everyone is getting fed. Not everyone here has family to go
Fair.
back to, so like yourself. I mean, no offense to this, we try to make it as good for everyone as we can. Mentors tend to attend those the most.
I take no
So
offense
if you
to this at all.
ever, okay, well that's good.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, no, I don't mean this to you at all, but your father's gonna be a headache.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep your name off of ledgers for. I need to put you on there. You need to be officially listed as an apprentice, but I'm gonna wait as long as I can before the keepers actually approach me about it. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Or is this a statement?
You know what? Let's make it a statement.
Ooh, spicy.
All right.
I will deal with any quarrels I have with my family outside of work, of course.
Yes. Like we say, leave your baggage at the door.
Leave it at the door.
Menva has 2 other apprentices if you want to go and meet them. He tells you their names. I don't know their names because I didn't actually prepare for this busy week. Welcome.
Keely, Nori, and Ori.
Welcome. I wish you the
look forward to
best.
working with you.
If you have any extended breaks, let us know, and Manva will work with you on how to make up that time.
All right. So as far as like practically, is that just like a week out of every month?
1 week out of every month, like everybody else, so that I don't have
Yeah.
to screw my head off trying to figure out who's doing what when.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, extend the break, huh?
All
This
right.
might take more than 6 years, Josh.
What?
This campaign might take more than 6 years.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Alright.
didn't we say like in the fucking beginning? It's like, oh, minimum at least 5 or some dumb shit like that.
Like minimum 6, I think.
I think I
minimum
said
6.
it's going to be anywhere between 1 and like 10.
Yeah.
10 might not be such a hard ceiling, but I thought it
Yeah.
might be.
Yeah.
I've never done long form content like this, so we're learning together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
So,
would appreciate it if my cat would stop stealing things out of my garbage.
But it's my garbage.
That's just
It
one
is
mirror and Brightwing.
Our garbage.
Gotta put it in.
What's in your mouth?
Burrito.
What are you chewing?
What
You don't have teeth.
What are you biting, you little shit?
Uh,
Leliana
you get
is very
teeth?
silly.
And who did you steal them from?
oh god.
Oh no.
I'm putting that in
Just a bunch of
quotes.
gold teeth. You fucking just stole a bunch of gold teeth, and I'm like, god damn it.
All right. What's next? You guys were talking about what you wanted to do during the full-on downtime period.
We were talking about a lot of things.
Yeah.
We're talking about a lot of things. Now we gotta reconvene.
Now we get to
Okay,
talk about
okay.
more things.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm thinking, legitimately, the idea of fucking just like, alright, would mercenaries be cheaper to deal with than fucking
I
getting
mean,
the 15,000?
15,000 gold, pretty high ceiling.
Yes.
I mean, if Samter mentions anything about just killing them, Torik's response is just, I mean, can't we?
I'm kind of on board. I kind of want the adamant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want the adamant.
I guess we need to figure out what are the average prices for each rank of mercenaries.
That's why I put in chat afterwards.
Mm.
Maybe within the 4 months, some of us can actually do some mercenary work to gauge the
Yeah.
prices.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there like how is mercenary work handled for us? Is there like a guild? Is it just as is?
There's not a guild,
Hmm.
but there's a kind of unspoken. This is kind of a not dark, but like this is what a lot of people do.
Hmm.
Hire slayers.
Oh.
Mm.
If you're
Okay.
trying to hire somebody specifically for just go kill somebody, you go to it's called the Slayer's Garrison, where there's just a large group of Slayers who have stationed up outside of the Carrick, and they have people that kind of take. It's like a voluntary exile where they just live at the garrison and they take jobs and post them.
Hmm.
You can hire different groups from like the Silverbeard Sentinels. Those are like the high end. Those are Clangdon's clergy. So any professional warriors come from them.
Spicy.
Those are the expensive option. For simplicity's sake, they are the expensive option. Slayers are the cheap option.
Understood.
All right, in
Well,
terms
all we have to
of
do-
like gold pieces, what does that translate to? What's the differential we're looking at here?
Slayers, it's 5 silver pieces a day.
Hmm.
For Sentinels, it's 2 gold pieces a day.
Okay. So if we did go that route, how many do we think like we'd need? Like, what's our plan?
What are we hiring them for, first off?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Help
to
us
kill the
fight.
cult.
Okay.
To kill the cult, yeah.
My next question is just so we can know as gamers, what level are the Klingons?
Sentinels have the equivalent of about a 4th level fighter.
4th level fighter. Okay.
Versus the
What level
Slayers.
are we?
6.
Slayers are like
Oh.
second level fighters.
Do we need to cover them in insurance?
Do we
If
need
they
to
die?
get life insurance?
The
Accidental death.
the Slayers, no. The Sentinels would. Gosh, I wasn't prepared for this.
Neither were we.
Neither were
I
we.
was very not.
Yeah.
The Sentinels would require, if in the case of any of them dying, they would require some sort of pay-in.
Okay.
Would you mind if I just figured that out later?
Yeah,
fine.
no,
Sure.
that's fine.
We just need to have a general.
Yeah, general
idea.
idea
Yeah.
of what we can hire.
Yeah.
Societally, the
entails.
Slayers. I mean, nobody cares about this. Not nobody cares about the
No.
Slayers. But the job of the Slayers is to die.
They're the cannon
Oh.
fodder. They're the front lines.
So they're deathcore of Creed.
Well, no.
Not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. They're not.
Oh.
They're not going out there and be like, "I'm gonna die." They're going out there like, "I'm gonna fight," and if I do die, I at least die with honor.
Yeah.
Too late. I'm already associating with them.
Okay, whatever.
So would we be planning for like a full-on assault or more of war of attrition?
I will say the
Probably
expectation
war of
would be.
attrition.
Sorry to cut you off. The expectation would be if you hired Slayers to take their bodies back if they died.
I think that seems reasonable.
I mean, that's just human decency.
Yeah.
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 That's just
War
you know,
would be-
conduct of war. It's almost like the conduct of actual warfare.
Yeah. But
There
as
are-
far as
there are rules of
strategy
engagement out
goes,
here.
we should probably go with with attrition, because like the cult is isolated, as Josh has mentioned.
But yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Easy to say, harder to do.
Yeah.
we don't know
Like,
if they
how
have
do
any other
you
exits.
want to do that?
Okay, well, war of attrition, but with Slayers. That's gonna. Okay. How about we do something like this? War of attrition with Slayers, right? Like, get down to numbers, and then afterwards we come in with the fucking Clanging Bros.
It's
But we also don't
To,
know if they have other exits too for their hideout
yeah.
to get stuff. Even though they're isolated, right? We know that.
Yes. No, I mean they are
technically,
isolated.
we don't have to kill all of them.
All of
Yeah,
them.
just enough
Yeah,
that they
we're not-
can't like reform.
Yeah, they can't. Or not even that.
If we didn't have
Just-
it locked down, that would run the risk of them escaping with the egg if that's something they would
Yeah.
Look at at first we're like, oh man, we're gonna try at least be somewhat decent, and now we're like, all right, how much for mercenaries? How much are we
do.
putting down?
15,000 gold is a lot, okay? And also these guys are sketchy
I'm
as hell.
thinking
Points
like
again.
a fucking third of that. We'll probably get enough. Yeah, we'll probably definitely enough for a good enough amount of mercs.
Yeah.
to help us out.
Just
Even
like,
a third of what they're asking for
have we
would be good
exhausted
enough.
all our options? Okay, murder.
We haven't exhausted all our options
Yeah.
remotely,
We have
but
not-
we've just
we
decided
have
we don't
not,
like
We
them.
have
What?
decided to not take those options.
We have not, but also fucking Mimir's deal. Mimir's deal is just like really fucking.
Like if we pay them this 15,000 gold, we are getting 10,000 grudge gold out of it. That is a net loss for us,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a net loss.
which would suck.
From a utilitarian standpoint, yes. From a worth standpoint, I mean, grudge gold for you guys is worth like 1 to 3.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, but also
Still, that's a
there
lot of
might be.
gold.
Yeah, there might be a
Also, all
month
that
where.
adamantine and whatever else shiny things they got in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I doubt we
You never know.
could spend 15,000 on just mercenaries.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we could, but
Well, yeah.
I mean,
but,
we
like,
could, but
we'd
then
have to try.
I was imagining for fucking Ethan's quest. He just looks at Mimir. It's like, hey, can you like can you make some more potions from Brightwing's thing?
that is that
Hmm.
option. If we had the invis, hire the mercenaries to create a diversion, we sneak in and try and steal the egg and off the ropers.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is that
Hmm.
the deal that was written between Mimir and
How long is this
Alpha,
about this speech?
he said
Oh,
that
yeah,
he
where is
wants
that?
all of the potions.
Yeah.
Well, we could
I
we
mean-
could do this after the New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd still have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have a bit of time. That's what I'm also saying. Like if someone were to do mercenary work, they could help. But we got the answer for that.
I have an idea on how we can take out the cult.
Hmm.
Please tell us.
How?
We give them blink.
What?
What? Oh, shut the. God,
We give them.
give them blankets.
Oh, God.
No! Dude!
Oh, my God.
I mean,
So bad.
it could
That
work.
is really bad.
It could work. That's the fucked up part. It,
That's assuming none of them's a cleric.
Yeah.
well, it's the old one.
Or a paladin.
Or that.
Or, you know,
Or druid.
we're assuming the religious people don't have religious spells. It has
I
worked
mean-
before. We didn't have
It
magic.
has, yes. But they didn't have magic.
Yeah.
If we're going by that logic, the better option would be to just try and, you know, smoke them out and just flood the entire campus
Yeah.
with smoke or
Yeah.
toxic gas.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, war crimes, but
crimes.
still.
All right.
War
It wouldn't be the
crimes
first time
What type of gas? are
we
we
committed war crime.
We're making mustard, tear, or phosgene.
Josh, do the
yes, all
dwarves
three
have
of
the
them.
equivalent to a Geneva Convention yet?
No.
Can we break out the
If anyone
phosgene
would, it'd
gas?
be the dwarves.
Yeah,
Not,
it would be the dwarves. Or
so- not for the enemy.
Mm.
oh,
Oh, boy.
For the dwarves, yes, there are rules of engagement. If you are fighting other dwarves, there are rules. If you are fighting, period, there are rules for how to remain honorable yourself. That involves, in a large part, do not be damaged on your back. Do not cut another beard, even if it is by accident.
Mm.
Tie up your beard like in a civil war, tie up your beard in a way that is not inconvenient to your enemies.
so don't be don't be that guy. Be like, hey,
purposefully put
he
your
fucking
beard
cut my
some-
beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put your
He
beard
cut my
somewhere
beard.
where it can purposely be cut or accidentally be cut.
Avoid harming children and caretakers.
We didn't
They
say
are
that.
more they are more equal in that sense. It's like not just mothers but like
Yeah.
fathers. If someone isn't
Okay.
a combatant, there's like the obvious things.
Yeah, obvious
Yeah.
things. And
But
there's like,
against, random enemies that aren't like, they have like a paragraph for humans being like, hey, they're short-lived.
Any other
Like,
race to
if you have any grudges against them, remind their descendants before delivering on it. For the elves, it's like, hey, they've got dragons, watch for the skies.
I love that the elves is not a rule, it's just watch the fuck out, they're crazy.
Yeah.
And there's rules of engagement, like, just don't piss off Kane followers. It's
Good
not
advice.
worth the amount of, like, unless there's a grudge declared, just, it's not worth the effort. There's like small paragraph primers for each race that are like, friends. Leave the halflings alone is
Leave
one
the
of them.
halflings alone.
That's it.
They
That's
didn't
it. That's
do
the whole
nothing.
sentence is leave the halflings alone.
They didn't do nothing.
For like normal enemies like goblins, all holds barred.
No holds barred.
yeah.
Okay, but
Oh,
what about
better.
creepy cults? Is the nerf gas legal?
Are they considered people? That's your choice.
It's not a war
Jesus
crime. I
Christ.
don't consider them a person.
Oh, we slid down this slippery slope.
Yeah.
The dwarves' primary enemy is demons.
Yeah.
That's really where the majority of hate comes from. And y'all know how you have treated demons in the past. That is their attitude towards most wars. It's like, whatever the cost.
I'm pretty sure we have an actual quote that is just, it's not war crimes if they're demons.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do have multiple quotes about how we don't care if it's legitimately fucked up. To demons, it doesn't matter.
Shattering their soul is legal if it's a demon.
Yeah.
We look to
Anyone
one of
else
them
soul
and say,
sketch?
we
Well,
look to them and say, your mother is a job and as
We
a
can-
respectable member of the community.
we can also do research to see how bad the cult was back in the day.
True.
To get more clarifying things of, all right, these guys need to put down
How evil
for their
were
past
they?
crimes.
How evil.
Well,
How
tell you the
quick can I
hard
justify
records.
this bullshit?
Clarity's sake, I'm not actually suggesting we
Oh
nerf gas
goodness,
them.
no.
Yeah, no, okay.
This isn't the
Okay.
Everest
I
party.
don't think this is the party that would do that.
This is not the
It's
Everest
just-
Hilda would
party.
have done it.
But we
Yeah, or the burning crusade party. I feel like they
would
would've-
cast the demons, they wouldn't have hesitated.
Oh yeah.
They
Go
wouldn't have
high.
hesitated.
we go hire the Burning Crusade.
They have poison resistance.
Well, not anymore. Demons.
Time.
Devils.
At the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is neurotoxin count as poison damage here?
Or is it psychic?
Oh my god.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Anyway,
Hmm.
we hire in mercenaries to do this, or are we doing it ourselves?
I mean, I guess we need to decide what our actual plan is. Like, how
Yeah.
do we want to do it? Are we
Okay,
going siege? Are we going take them off in smaller groups? Are we going Leroy Jenkins? Don't recommend that,
Or
but
are we going Metal Gear
what
Solid?
we did.
Okay, I think
I will. Okay, sneaking in and stealing it, right? 'Cause one of Samter's flaws is like essentially I have no secrets.
Mm.
I'm an open book. Type of
okay.
vibe.
Yeah,
So then-
and-
This isn't a secret. This is a raid.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is a
I'm
secret.
just-
This is a fight.
I'm just thinking of like would that conflict, but I don't think it will.
It shouldn't. I mean, it's
I don't think
it's not
it's-
The thing that's
secret.
gonna conflict is that we're bad at stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're bad. So
Granted, if we had, in theory, invis potions and pass,
Yeah.
except for a lot of stuff.
We could just sneak around the base.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll bet that dragon's got blind sight.
Yeah, which is why we stay at least like 10 feet away from the dragon. I don't know how much blindside it would have.
Would we
Yeah.
know how far a dragon's blind sight is?
I did do some research on that.
You can do
Mimir,
research
go ask your
on that.
elf friend.
It's
Okay, how about this? How about
Okay.
this?
So
We set it
have
up for 2 months. 2 months of downtime first.
Sounds
How
yeah,
about
let's
that?
do and then like reconvene so that we can like round
Yeah.
out this session.
Yeah.
2 months. 2 months of downtime. People do. Santer sounds like you want to do some research on the cult. If you're down, or someone.
Well, I guess 1 week of downtime would be research. Another week would also be research. Because one would be the what is what are the prior refuges for pilgrims? What do
Yeah.
they look
All
like?
right.
Things like that. Yeah. So I guess we're moving into downtime now.
Yeah. Would it be? You even do like 2 weeks on both. You get a
Mhm.
little more time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I don't know for the other ones though.
Does everyone else know
Oh.
what they're doing?
I mean, I
Really?
don't know.
I was not
Gail can
planning for 2
apprentice.
months of
Yeah.
time for this.
Yeah.
Torek can do things at her apprenticeship.
Hmm.
You're just making potions.
I'm making potions. What do you have, Danielle?
In
What's
terms of
your?
what?
Like, do you have tool settings? Or what would be your job, basically?
Not really. I mean, she's an ex, well, quote unquote ex
Deep
cleric
keeper.
for the most part. Yeah,
Yeah.
candidate.
Yeah.
So
You
not
you
as
can do
much.
some healing.
I can also retcon the fact that you failed the trials if you want me to.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it. It's an interesting thing I hadn't fully thought of that far.
You
But I
could
like
you
that. I
could
think
do.
that's interesting.
You could do some healing.
General
Like,
cleric work.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
probably be doing that.
Let's start with Santa. What is Santa doing?
Santa. First things first, I'm gonna head down to the I already forgot what it was called, but the gravesite, Hall of Graves,
All of the ancestors.
Hall of the Ancestors to
That'd
see
be
and
on
see
you.
if Vander Bronzebeard is down there.
So, consulting with the Keeper of Dumathoin, who is basically just the one who has documents of all of the different symbolic representations. Because when you are interred into the stone, your body becomes a part of your family's. How do I put this? It's effectively like a mural
Yeah.
that is made of the precious metals and stones. And as he goes through the Bronze family, which is extensive, it is probably, other than the Dark Irons, it is the largest family in the Carrick. And their their alcove is incredibly detailed, like probably one of the most incredible works of art that you could find in the Carrick itself. And at the end of it, he just says, I don't see Vandar on here, so either he's not been recovered or he's not dead.
There's just a sigh of. All right. Thank you so much. Then leave, and then after that, I guess research.
You're doing research on what?
The first time, this one's going to be for. Would you guys say the cult? Would you just overall the cult, or?
Probably just the branch that we're dealing with.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But like, do we want something? Because right now I can't really think of anything more specific than the cult of the Black Earth.
I don't know, I
Currently.
guess. Have they been dangerous and problematic in the past, maybe, or
Yeah,
if
like
we
what they
watched
do in the
before, what their
past.
tactics have been like?
Yeah.
So I guess the history of the cult of the Black Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would
I don't
be-
think they'd have like blueprints of their strongholds, sadly.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also,
How much money are you putting in? You can put in 50 to 300. You gain a +1 to your intelligence check for every 50 gold piece you put in.
Yeah, I have an intelligence of 0, guys. How much gold will you guys? How much gold am I allowed to spend for this?
How much gold do you
How much
want
do
to
you
spend
have?
for this?
Well, if we really want the information, then I would just put the 300 in.
Sure, it's better than freaking
Yeah.
15,000.
Yeah.
All right,
Also-
I
Got
guess
a
I'm
budget.
putting
Also, I do-
300.
As long as it's less expensive than that, we've come out on top.
Yeah.
I also
So-
do. Also did some research, Ethan.
Mhm,
One potion sale from Amir, like get to 500 total.
mhm.
Me and him, me and Santa can split that, and that's enough money to essentially hold over our debts for about 5 months.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
So,
Wow.
yep.
So,
Alright.
however much money you're putting in,
So
just roll an intelligence
300,
check.
Yee.
which is 7 plus whatever was that, plus 5,
+6.
plus 6. I couldn't
That
add a bardic
is-
to this because it's over a course of.
You could inspiration.
Whatever.
Though.
That is true.
I'll use my inspiration for it. Oh no!
Hey.
Oh,
Worth.
You
Yeah.
gain 3 pieces of lore. Ask me 3 specific questions, and I will give you the truthful answers to it if it is something that would be available to the dwarves. And then roll me a d10. Got it.
Okay.
I guess one question would be the dwarves, like overall, I guess the dwarves of Karak Asgal, how they viewed the cult over the course of the written history that we have of them.
That's a very broad answer question.
Well, it's like a gauging question, I guess.
Up until about 350 years ago, this cult hadn't existed.
Hmm.
Okay.
This specific part of the cult of Therazane, Ogremak, whichever one you want to think they belong to, showed up with the father of the current leader. It was militant, and it was quickly expanding. It was enough so that several dwarven adventurers got involved, and several organizations from the Human Kingdom of Rest requested groups from the dwarves get involved as well. It was primarily the members of, well, it was Thardan. It was one of the head priests of Clangeddon, and one of the head priests of the god of the Guardians that got involved and eventually killed their leader, taking Iron Fang from them. And that took about 50 or so years. 100 years from then, just silence. Hadn't been contacted, hadn't been heard from.
Okay.
And then slowly after that, Marlos appeared. So he's been around for a long time.
Okay.
That's unusual, but he's also got snakes for hair, so.
hmm
We don't know what his
Under Marlos's lead, they've been territorial, not militant. They have claimed a very specific branch of the Underways, and they have been quick to anger and slow to listen anyone who went into those areas.
Okay. Yeah. And then second question, what creatures were under their command um during the battles when they fought?
That's another hard question.
It's
Basic, a lot of the basic things that you would expect and ones that you already know. Earth elementals, volcanic stone drakes, ropers, hooked horrors, a number of pest species like mephits, bullets. There's a few that are surprising. They were able to conjure elemental myrmidons,
ooh,
which is when you
Mhm.
bind an elemental to a suit of magical armor.
Mm-hmm.
They also were able to enslave several Umber Hulks,
ugh.
but a lot of their power came from the magic that was gifted to their followers.
From and get that.
What?
From
The
Thurzane's son,
sun.
Ogremok, yeah.
Ogremok. Right.
There's also mention of one bay here, but that thing was slain.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Let's hope it didn't have babies.
And then is there written in history of Marlos and Marlos as a, I guess as a person in his history, from like the last 100 years to now?
Other than what I've already told you, no.
Okay. Um. How did they fight? Sure, that's my last question. Was it hit and run, guerrilla warfare? Was it just straight out assaults and things like that?
How did the cult fight?
Yes.
Strategy.
Was there
The
strategy?
cult was brutal when it came to their underground warfare. They were able to use Iron Fang to generate these things called devastation orbs, which
Ooh.
had the capability of causing earthquakes.
Mm.
Yee.
Full on
Mm.
earthquakes.
Mm.
Scary.
This was not something that was used often, but
Mm.
there is record on occasion of them causing cave-ins to trap dwarven forces.
Good thing they don't have the pick.
Mm.
Very painful death.
Yeah.
In other ways, it was not uncommon for them to set up ambushes in isolated caverns where earth elementals would where the cult would draw people in, feigning weakness, and then earth elementals would cut off retreats and then crush forces through there.
Mm.
Any of the elementals and the volcanic stone drakes grant anyone who is following them earth glide.
Ooh.
So if
Oh.
someone is riding the drake, it will have earth glide. The elementals themselves have earth glide. I don't actually think the myrmidons
I
do
don't
though.
think they do, because they're armor.
Let me
Hmm.
check. Yeah, they don't. And there was a lot of pit traps.
Mm.
Okay.
They were not as proactive as the other three cults though. They were very much, we have taken this area. It is now a fortress. Come and get us.
Mm. Okay.
That's why they were so counter to the dwarfs, because when you have two castles that are saying come and get us at each other, not a lot gets done.
Yeah.
Mm.
What happened to the other cults?
The other cults, the cult of the air and the cult of the fire, was crushed by the elves
Oh.
with the help of Prince Emmerich.
Mm-hmm.
And the cult of water is a little more shrouded in mystery,
Interesting.
at least to the dwarves.
They're in the lake.
Their leader is the crab.
Oh my god. Cool. I guess those would be my 3 questions for this research.
Got it. What so that's how much time did you spend doing that?
That was one because I feel like all of our questions have been answered, right?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah, I think we only spent 1 week doing that.
Yep. What else you doing?
Unless my wife's coming home, nothing for the rest of that week. Probably gathering supplies, things like that. And then second week I'm also gonna do research this time around with the refuges, if there is any, and like how were they built or things that were like left in them, and where were they built to?
A lot of them. This is just common knowledge. You
Okay.
don't need to spend any time figuring this out. It is wildly varying,
Oof.
but it is. Sorry, my ear's doing something weird.
Oh, I hate that.
I had like a. My doctor thinks it was an ear infection a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know.
Was it like random ear popping?
It's damp.
Hmm.
It's like everything is dampened, but I'm not gonna
I
get
hate
too
that.
far into that. A lot of them are like just holes that have been dug out into the walls that have enough room for like 6 or more people to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Places that are in more hostile environments are often hidden and given some form of guardian.
Mm.
And guardian is a loose term. It could be a golem, but golems are very difficult to make with rune magic.
Mm-hmm.
So, in some other cases, it was a hidden alcove that showed somebody a safe passage into purple worm territory. So if you know the one safe way in, nobody else is gonna get you.
Oh my god.
That's
Brutal, I love it.
devious.
Or
And straight
in
into
other,
a
there are some
dragon's
other
den.
cases where it's not even really just a refuge; it's an agreement with a kobold tribe.
Hmm.
I paid you this much at this point. If anyone comes by asking for help, you will give them shelter. In other cases, it could be something along the lines of no, that's about it.
All right. Cool. So then I
As for what
guess.
they're stocked with, it's normally non-perishable foods and medicines.
Mm-hmm.
It is sometimes spare weapons.
For weapons sometimes. And then do the acolytes or deepkeepers keep them stocked?
No, that is up to the pilgrims.
Okay. So they stock them that one time. Pretty much.
You stock it the first time, and it's expected if you take, you give.
So put a glyph of warding up, and for healing, it's kind of like we can't do that.
Well, they'd maybe just like
I
leave
mean,
a
it
couple
would be
potions.
yeah, it would be potions or an
Yeah.
equivalent, what would be perceived as an equivalent amount of food.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay. Cool. So I guess that wouldn't have taken a week of research, huh?
No, not at all.
Okay. Fuck.
Just a simple trip to the library.
Well, no, that's just common knowledge.
Oh.
That's just common knowledge.
I mean, it's kind of like if I asked you, hey, what do you expect to see in a church? I mean, most people in America would be able to tell me probably like a cross, like pews maybe, or like
Stained glass
stairs.
window.
Maybe if it's fancy, a stained glass window. Maybe an organ if it's like Catholic. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. I have a month and 3 weeks left.
Should I skip to somebody else?
Yes, please.
Cathra.
I think I'm gonna spend these 2 months basically with my brother trying to pick up the family trade blacksmithing.
Ooh.
Do you have proficiency in Smith's tools?
No, that's what I'm trying to acquire.
Understood. Training. Let me scroll down.
I got the
Alright.
one guy that has Smith's tools. Oh, sorry.
You always have Smith's tools.
You always have Smith's tools.
Yes.
Just like how I
We
have.
can count on Michael to always have the tool proficiencies.
And you can always
Yes.
count on Ethan to have giant.
Apparently.
Yep.
For some reason.
And
For some
you
reason.
usually
Mispronounce
count on
your
me
own
to have
name.
draconic.
Ethan.
Be quiet.
So it's 25 gold pieces a work week for basic materials to work with.
Gotcha.
And to fully gain proficiency, you need to spend at least
Wow. I can tell you.
10 work weeks minus your proficiency bonus.
So 7.
7 at the moment if we some
Level up in the
godforsaken
near
reason.
future.
You don't get to it by the time you get to level 11. It
Well,
would
we
be
have
okay.
8 right now, don't we?
Yes,
So 7.
7. So that's 25 gold pieces each. You're able to spend basically just two and change or 1 and change months with your brother, just picking up basic skills, and then you gain proficiency in Smith's tools.
Sweet.
And I want you to roll me a d10. Actually, let's go with 3.
Oh, thank God. I got real close.
I was about to say, well, the last time someone rolled a 1 on complications, you got an incredible deal. What are you whining
Yeah.
about?
I mean, that's fair, but with my recent history of rolling many, many ones, I have concerns.
Oh gosh, that would have been bad.
Why?
There's one complication on here that's your instructor disappears.
Oh!
You need to spend a 1 work week finding a new one. I don't think that works.
No.
How
No, I
does that
think
work?
that-
Especially
My brother.
I have acquired a new personal quest.
Where the fuck
New
did my
person goes,
teacher
"Where the fuck's my
go?
brother? Where the fuck's my brother?" Then they realize,
God
oh,
damn
he's
it.
thinking about rats. And you're like, oh shit, not another one.
Not another one.
Overall, it's a really
Cool.
pleasant time spending time with your brother. It's been a long time, from what I understand, that you've had time just to be together as a family.
Pretty much.
Although he won't shut up about his plans to start his grand dream about starting a new hold somewhere off in the mountains.
Yeah, there is some vague idea of what that's going to entail. It's just like, yes, definitely,
He's obviously a
Betcha.
dreamer who has no idea what he's getting himself into.
You gotta make jumps, boy. It's like how I made jumps with the right wing.
Gale,
Good.
Toric.
Torek is going to be working almost exclusively on her apprenticeship.
Alright, roll me. Yeah, let's just roll the last check you did for work, but this time I want
Okay.
you to just make 4 of them.
Okay.
This is just basically representing. She gives you every 2 weeks. She gives you a new project, and she's expecting it to be finished in that time. And so far, it's looking pretty darn good.
Yeah. And 3. Nice. And 4.
Not so good. But 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 4.
Pretty good.
That's
Not bad.
pretty great. During the first project, which is a ring for that massive order that came in right as you were signing up, it's exemplary. It's enough that she starts debating, like, do I give this to them? Do I put it up? And then she decides against it, and she says, to you, to your face, in a brutal amount of honesty, you're too new. That would be insulting to everyone else.
Yeah, fair.
No, we're not doing that.
I understand.
And the rest of the time, the other 2 times is working on simple short swords for younger men and women, and you do pretty good. It's pretty darn good. You're able to earn a decent amount of money from all this. I'll explain what it fully is later.
All right.
The last project, which is a Warhammer, you flub up pretty badly.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's enough that she has to throw it out because it's not up to the workshop standards.
Fair.
This is not garbage, but this is not acceptable. You can do better.
All right.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't
What?
don't do that. All right.
Okay.
Put some puff in your chest. Say yes. I will.
I will
I
do better
can
next
and
time.
I will.
I'll do better next time.
Okay. A little shaky on the end there. I'll accept it.
I will
You
do
would
better
not
next time.
The overall vibe is Gordon Ramsay with kids.
Yeah, it's Gordon Ramsay with kids.
Like Menvo is trying. Like
Yeah.
Menvo knows that, and maybe you catch on to this a little bit. She kind of acts like she's walking a minefield with you sometimes.
Yeah. Tora, in response to that, just, all right, let me try again, and that I will do better next time.
I like that one. That's much better.
Anime
And-
montage.
As you're spending time with her, you're getting to know some of the other apprentices. Let me pull up their names that I made.
Spontaneous name generation, let's go.
I have had to
Okay.
do this so many times for this campaign.
Yeah.
First one
I just
is
put-
a female beardling by the name of Jenlin.
Jenlin.
The other one is Derek, a Longbeard who's picking up a new profession. He's kind of in a similar seat to you, but like this is his second.
Yeah.
This is his second profession because he wasn't really feeling normal smithing, and he was like, yeah, I can't. I'm just gonna go into this new one. As for like how Menvo handles everything with you guys, she's very gentle in the way that she does things, but she has incredibly high standards.
Right.
Like the one time that she was happy with what you did was the first week.
Hmm.
The rest of the time it was just, this is okay. She's very critical about everything. She's seldom unreasonable. There are times where she gets too far and her other mentors actually have to step in and be like, hey, stop it.
Cool down.
Chill out. I mean, yeah. And she specializes more in rune carving with spellcasting type things. So she does a lot of gems and a lot of stabs.
Yeah.
She does have you shadow with some of the other masters of the workshop, and you're able to gain a lot more broader experience with that. But it always comes back to Menvo and talking with her. She is
Yeah.
your leader.
She's my supervisor.
And she does eventually kind of bring up halfway through the third project. So you've been taking on some grudges.
Yep.
Have you gone to any of the clan meets?
Which clan meets out of character?
The clan meets during the time of troubles is just picking candidates.
For?
The king.
Oh.
Oh shit.
I haven't, no. I've
Do
been
you
busy.
plan on it?
I figured I should.
If you want to go to the Dark Iron one, I can take you with. I can bring you into it.
That would be
Your
very much
iron?
appreciated.
I know you don't have anybody to take you with you to your clans, but I
No.
Yeah, and
But I
maybe
would
we can
very
talk
much
with
appreciate
Moira.
that.
All right, pick a day. There's one at the first full moon of every month,
All right.
or at
That's
least that's how often we do ours.
Let's just go with the one next month then.
Okay. So, and when do you want this specific month-wise scale?
Let's go with this. Let's go with the third month.
The third month of the 4 months that you're going down.
Yes.
All right. When it comes down to it, the clan meet is there's not a lot of people who aren't Dark Irons there.
Hmm.
And the meet itself is run by Moira. She's the
Alrighty.
leader of the Dark Iron. She's also the one who handles all the orphaned kids and did that program, the accepting of burdens. Although I don't know if you were actually. I don't think you actually took a part of that, no.
No, Torek didn't go to
And
that.
a lot of the kind of the bits and pieces that you're able to glean is that the Dark Irons. Well, Moira is trying to push for a lesser focus on traditionalism. The clan is pushing back on that pretty fiercely. The Dark Irons want to stick to their tradition because it is what keeps them in power. But there's a small faction that does back Moira, and you can tell she's not terribly well loved. She's just in this position because she's the only viable candidate from the ruling family before her son, who is more of a Dark Iron than she is, because she's actually more descended from Bronzebeard, but her husband died.
Oh.
So she's in a rough situation, and she's trying to steer the Dark Irons to a position. From your perspective, you're able to pick up on a lot more of this as an outsider looking in. She's trying to steer it so that when her son is capable of doing so, he's not going to be looked down on as much as a short beard. So she's trying to set him up the best she can. She really doesn't care about being accepted as much. Anytime anyone brings up her foreignness, her attitude's like, "What are you going to do about it? This is the law. I don't like it either. I would much rather my husband still be here and take care of this than I myself have to." And that very often shuts people up
Good.
because
Yeah.
he was loved. He was loved by almost everybody in the Dark Iron clan, and his death at the hands of a plague was a huge tragedy. So it's a touchy subject, and she pulls out that card as often as she can because it's a trump card.
Yeah, it's a silencer. Just like, okay, you're shutting up now.
As for like traditionalism within the character, she wants to focus on that. Other subjects, as far as like economics, she's united with the clan in that they want to export as much as they can, but they're trying to limit as much as they're importing from other characters. Because the Dark Irons are very proud in the things that they make. They make up a large part, along with Skorun and Vorgrun. They know what they make is good, and they don't feel the need to be importing from other peoples and other places, no matter how good the stuff is from Rest. The general sentiment is, we can do better. And then, in terms of like, so the big button subjects I will touch on every clan meet, just to let you guys know, is inner turmoils. So traditionalism versus progressivism, economics, and war. The Dark Irons are fed up with war.
Fair.
They're done. They probably lost some of the most when it came to this last war of the Black Talon. They're done. They are not putting up with any more of it. Spending time with Menvo, you get her kind of ideas on some of this. She's with Moira on the kind of more progressivism.
Alright.
She's much more open to importing.
Makes
Like,
sense.
especially because her family specifically has connections to one of the oldest of the Carricks, which is in
Ah,
the north. So
that'll do
she
it.
has a lot of things that she's brought in. Like she mentions like the Pearl of Power that she gave all of you. That is something that she has brought in from her families up north.
Oh.
Her own staff she got from the eldest living ancestor of her family who lives far north. Things like that. So
All
it's
right.
like I don't agree with Moira on that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I'm kind of with you. I like the progressivism and like I'm kind of neutral on importing things. Like I don't mind it, but I can understand why people would be a little bit meh about importing things.
You're also pretty new to all of this, so it's
Yeah.
not really like you have much of a foot in that
Yeah.
ring.
But it
I
certainly
don't
is an
know.
interesting topic.
Yeah, it's difficult to justify not importing things because that'll just bring on dragon sickness, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
mean,
that is true.
trying to I understand that this was a huge tragedy and we lost a lot of artifacts during the War of the Talon.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that we're gonna attract a dragon.
Yeah, that would not be good for the Carrick.
But it would be.
Well, yeah, for the Carrick, but for the people, maybe not. Who knows? Depends on the dragon.
I think I'd have to check if we have any dragon slayers around.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on war?
Ugh.
Should we try and clear out the a lot of the Gunnissons are kind of gunning? She likes to make a lot of bad puns under her breath. Are gunning for trying to wipe out the major goblin goblin clans up in the Warm Smokes.
I'm not fond of war, just because, we were in one so recently.
But do you think we could do it?
I don't know a lot about the Goblin and Hobgoblin forces.
You should talk to Samter.
Yeah,
An educated decision is a good decision.
agreed.
With you've spent a decent amount of time with her and you've got basically a small family going on now with
Yeah.
the two other apprentices.
Friends.
You've got friends that aren't like, war friends for the
Yeah.
first time in forever. That's something.
Yeah.
We'll move on
War
next
friends, the
to
new equivalent of work friends.
work friends are good friends in the dwarven culture. War friends are this sucks to be around you, but I kind of have to.
See, Tori is
Mimir,
very much friends with her
Oh,
war
yeah.
friends.
are you
Oh,
just
yeah.
working?
I'm just working, and I'll also join the meeting, Dark Iron meeting.
All right. So, what is your opinion then? First off, do you voice your opinion? You're
This
old
one,
enough. You're old enough that you're actually allowed to speak.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
All right.
I kind of want to hear. I kind of want to see like what's the main voices of like the main head people of my clan. I kind of want to come here for that first before I start fully formulating like, oh, who might be a good ally, or who would just scratch my back in this situation, who would be like, nah, no, in another,
Who do you like?
yeah,
Whose
So yeah,
ideology do you like?
the
Yeah.
basic gist is that there are two factions in the Dark Irons. There is Moira's group, who are in a slight minority. It's not a huge minority, but it's like 30-60.
Hmm.
And then
all right,
10% undecided. I know that math didn't add up at first.
oh yeah,
Um,
oh yeah,
The math ain't math.
Moira is progressivism, isolationism economically, and then absolutely no war. There's another group who belong to Moira's brother-in-law. So that's fun. His name is Thermec. Who is generally more traditional. He if not for Moira's son, he would have been in charge of the clan.
Hmm.
So he's trying to aim more for traditionalism so that he can sway the ruling family to kind of motion to move power towards him. He's he's trying to aim for like expansivism actually economically. He wants to start workshops in human settlements.
Hmm.
Which is not common. And then he's also like, yeah, no, we're not finding anybody else.
What if I voice my own opinion and start a third way? It's just for bullshit.
Well, I
You
can
would
say
get-
we fight the goblins, don't explain, leave.
We nuke the goblins, don't explain, fucks off.
Alright,
Terrible
moving
idea.
on. So you're doing work during the rest of that time?
Yeah.
4 months?
Yep.
Alright, roll me 4d10.
Hold on, why my fuck said to be all weird. My screen won't fucking. God damn it! What the fuck?
You get it?
No, my screen won't. Decided to be like no.
Oof.
That's unfortunate.
Can you roll for me, Josh?
Sure. That's 1-1.
Ugh,
Damn.
comes back. I'm gonna lower the price. What?
Ethan, why'd you give me an idea?
No!
God fucking shut the fuck up, Ethan. Shut the fuck up.
Don't make me redo the math.
I might make you do more math.
No.
Gosh,
That's
why?
so sad.
Because you gave me a devious idea.
Ah,
No, get that
don't
devious
listen to
lick
Ethan.
out of that brain of yours.
It's nothing.
Put that
You
thing
didn't
back where
hear
it came from, or
anything.
so help me. Alright, Mike.
Oh, he just
Not
left the
Michael.
chat.
You can't lower the price if I'm not here, big
We all
brain.
know what that means. Michael's internet died again.
Oh
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Or he's trying to fix his screen. He might be restarting, Peter.
1d6. A 4.
Don't you do it.
I'll talk with Michael about this when he gets back.
Okay.
I'm so concerned.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Although if we're going plant and can on this, we don't need full
Yeah.
15,000, so it's
No,
not as
but,
detrimental
like-
as it could be.
But like,
It's still lost money.
why did my brain cell start working all of a sudden?
It's
I don't know. Please
Em-
stop that.
Emil,
stop.
what are you doing? Evan.
I. Two things come to mind. One is keep attending school. The other two is doing whatever apprenticeship that I have to do, according to my mom.
How close is he to graduating from high school?
Years.
2 years.
Is he a freshman?
He's a 8th grader. Well, so which one are you doing?
We'll start with let's say apprenticeship.
The apprenticeship?
Yeah.
Is there a proficiency you're trying to gain?
Let's see. Yes, Smith's tool. Actually, no, I have burn proof. I'm gonna get the list of tools really quick. And look at the mouse tools. Let's go with Tinker's tools if possible.
All right. So if you put in 25 gold pieces for every oh goodness, this is expensive. For every work week. So it takes you 7 work weeks. So 7 times 25. 125 gold pieces, you're able to fully gain proficiency in Tinker's tools.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And that
you
also still leaves you
Others
with 2
already
months.
paying for it.
Few months. Okay.
And who's
I'll
paying
probably
for it, you or the party?
I'll pay with my own gold.
Okay.
You've
What
got
I
2
did, I just
months.
needed to know.
2 months left.
But okay. Let's see. I think I'll try to spend more time looking for any more of my relative that died in the mountains. Hi.
Welcome back, Michael.
Hey, you're back.
You are going to be making 2 of these checks. They're intelligence checks, same rules, 50 gold pieces for every +1.
Okay. 25. I think I'll spend. Was it 50 gold a month? Was it again?
50 gold for every +1.
Oh, for every plus one. Okay. I'll spend 150 of my own personal.
Alright, you are free to make 2
Plus
checks,
two.
split up that money however you'd like, and make the checks.
Okay. Just a random turn for this. Intelligence.
Okay. How are you going to apply the bonuses?
Oh, 18. That's what it. Oh, it didn't.
Just all on the first one?
Sure.
Alright. You've got 2 nuggets. You can ask me 2 questions.
But can he answer truthfully?
Ethan, shut the fuck up.
It's
I was making fun of Josh because he said that last time.
I'm going to boil your tongue in Coca-Cola.
Shut up! I gave you a good idea.
So the ant went to the. Why don't I guess was the expedition to like a oh is it closer to like to Brown Hills or is it more towards the opposite side of the mountain?
It's closer to the Brown Hills.
Okay. We'll mark it. Cool.
What was your other question?
Other question is let's see. I guess what was the mission about? Was it to like clear out a dungeon?
It was to retake a strategic outpost, retaking it from. Let me check my notes here. A white dragon.
ooh.
Ooh.
I suppose what age of white dragon is another question.
Yeah.
Only two questions on it.
You
Yes,
got one
two-
more check, one more intelligence check you can make.
Okay.
I'd be down to put some money on this if you want.
Sure.
If the party's willing to.
Sure.
I mean, how much do we have at the moment?
Good.
Oh, 2,200.
200. Okay.
2,200.
Oh,
2,200.
Okay.
Running out of money a
Give or take.
little bit.
You have over 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
And 12,000 on the way.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
Greed.
I am not terribly concerned. I just need to.
Let's spend. Would 200 gold be fine with y'all? Or
Yeah.
not?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's spend that much. So it's +4 on this one. 16.
That will earn you 2 more questions.
Nice.
Okay. Now I think this is like, was it like I guess the age of the dragon, or are we adult?
It
Maybe.
is. It is an adult white dragon by the name of Larklandi.
Gesundheit.
Yes.
All dragon names.
Oh, I heard it. Marflon.
I mean, it's easier than other dragon names.
Blomsomdi.
It's better than Bwansamdi.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
Rob Zombie poster.
Okay.
It's also probably
Second
easier
question.
than Arviaturus.
Second question is, did any of her companions come back, or did they all die somewhere out there?
One second.
Hmm.
I don't think anything is ever going to top the dragon Voragamanthar.
What?
Boragamanthar?
Bro.
Voragamanthar.
What the heck?
Jesus,
At that
it
point, I
sounds
would
like a
just call it
Skyrim.
Vorag.
It's a
They
Skyrim
really
dragon
just
name.
keyboard smash that.
Yeah.
He's a black dragon from the he lives in a swamp next to the do you remember that castle that I've used a few times now? It's the
Castle Ravenloft?
Probably.
not Ravenloft, it's the castle that the witches from the Witchwood were in.
Mm.
Oh, that one.
Oh yeah.
That one's next to a normal swamp in the Rise of Tiamat campaign series.
Oh.
He hangs out next to that swamp. So as far as you're able to gather, a single slayer, a female slayer by the name of, let's go with that, Jervia, I think is how I'm going to say this one.
Gerber Light.
Jervia.
Jervia Ironhelm.
Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Roll me 4d10s.
Uh-oh. About to get a knock on by the fucking
Nice.
CIA or the Black right now.
The NSA is confused why are you renting out all these scrolls. Alright.
Hey,
We
why
checked
are
your
you trying to
browser
find-
history and we have some questions.
Why are you trying to find out what happened at Roswell?
Oh, I actually forgot to mention. In the middle of September. Yes, so around September 15th. Salsa comes back. She was
boy.
not fully successful. She's coming back to do the same thing that you're doing.
Honey!
Gain
That's
information.
gathering more information and how to crush this tribe of goblins.
Babe. We should
Really get this.
Kissy, kissy.
You spend you spend your time reaffirming each other because both of you are very lonely after a long time, a whole month and a half of being apart.
Hey.
And you catch her up with the fact that you're gunning for Deep Keepers. She's a little upset that she didn't get to be there for you. Like you couldn't have waited like 3 weeks.
We're doing the same. We're doing the same thing that you are. Trying to figure out more about the greater grudges and who we can contact, who we cannot contact. We had to plan things out, and it just came first.
She drops the subject scene. That's a little emotionally distressing for you. And also you get a letter. A letter.
Oh.
Samter. It is from, and again, this is September 15th. You get an invitation to the Harvest Festival of Rest. The letter is addressed from Nathan Belgand.
It's a jury.
Hey, that guy.
That guy.
Is it
The guy we
Just-
gave the head to.
is it just me that gets invited?
No, it's you and your party and all those who may accompany you.
Oh.
Which will be a subject for next week.
Yeah.
Was that a casual session ends here?
Yes.
Josh, how long in this campaign to gain a feat?
Let me pull up my rules.
Because
Some valuable potions.
To train for a
Recording.